Live from the Bicknell McDonald's, here's the voice of the Warriors, Tom Lee.
Welcome once again here as we come back on this Wednesday night here, actually Thursday night, out here on North Knox tonight. Live from the Bicknell McDonald's, we're being joined once again by a lot of players from North Knox High School, along with the head coach of North Knox, Josh Chambers. North Knox Warriors with a tough loss last Friday night, 12-6 to the Vincent's Lincoln Alice's. We'll talk about that and more when we return. You're listening to North Knox Tonight, live from the Bicknell McDonald's right here on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Good call on McDonald's for lunch.
Yeah, let's eat.
Okay, we have the oh yeah for me.
Can you hand me my
Yep, and here are a couple of woot-woots to share.
I love my woohoo!
Oh, sounds like Stacy went to McDonald's too.
A delicious meal is in the bag at McDonald's. Grab a $2 bundle like a McDouble and small fries or a McChicken and small fries. Price and participation may vary.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
What is a real community bank? According to Webster, real means not artificial, genuine, community, a feeling of fellowship from sharing common goals, and bank, a financial establishment that invests money deposited by customers and makes loans at interest. So a real community bank is a financial establishment that invests money and makes loans for the genuine good of the community. That's First Vincent Savings Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Get big savings on the flavors for fall at your Vincent Save Lot. Fresh beef T-bone steak is $3.99 a pound, and pork loin back ribs are $2.49 a pound. 12-pack Pepsi products are 3 for $10, and local pumpkins are $2.99. Also get big savings on candy, and Halloween trick-or-treat buckets are only $1.99. Amazing quality, fantastic prices. Satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Savings are made easy at your Vincent Save Lot, where bananas are only 39 cents a pound every day.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This month, we want you to be able to drive home in the newer pre-owned vehicle that you have been looking at. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have you covered with the best finance department in the area. We strive for 100% approval with little or no money down to get you in a reliable vehicle for a payment that you can afford. Don't go anywhere else. Come see us today and put us to the test. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincent's.
And back once again here as we continue at the Bicknell McDonald's. This is North Knox tonight. And last night we missed a lot of the players because of senior night for volleyball. A lot of them up there supporting their fellow Lady Warriors. But tonight they are back with us. And it's good to have a full house once again. And Josh Chambers, let's talk a little bit about 12-6 the loss to Vincent's Lincoln. And a game that a lot of people had favored you to win, but it turned out, I thought it was going to be a very close game, and it turned out that way. And it turned on some pivotal points, one of which being, as I take a look down, 14 penalties for 115 yards on your kids.
With that football game, it was a close game. It was a good football game. You're in the stands watching a tight football game, physical football game both ways. I think Levi did a nice job of changing his game plan when we took his pass completely away. We basically took them completely out of their comfort zone, and they went into an I formation, of which they hadn't showed all year because I have we had a bunch of their game film, and so that one kind of threw us for a loop. But we made the adjustments. It's not like they ran away with it. What their real goal when they were running the ball was just to squat on it so that we couldn't have it back. Penalty wise, I think overall, I think there were 27 penalties thrown in the game. That's too many penalties in a high school football game. I don't think it was that messy of a game in terms of how it was played. I think some of those were a little liberal on the throws. So with some of those penalties and that stuff, we need to clean it up. We need to play better football. But like I told the guys at the end of the game, it wasn't an emotional lapse. It wasn't one of those games where I felt like our kids weren't in it to play hard to win. Our kids played their tails off. Proud of them for that effort. We just didn't quite execute well enough to get the job done. And essentially this season, we've lost 2 football games by 8 points. So it's tough. Anytime you lose a tough game, it's tough on you, right? But there's always something to learn from in every experience. And I think what our kids are learning from this is that they can hang and play with anybody we're going to play as long as they come out and execute. So Friday night last week was one of those things that Vincennes did a little more than we did. Not a lot more, just a little bit. And it was enough to be the difference in the ball game.
Both teams scored on, on one sustained drive, and the first one was Vincennes Lincoln in the second quarter as Julius Hardeman goes in on a three-yard run to end up their drive. And I'm going to go with you guys as well as you end up right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Cole Richter goes into the end zone on a 10-yard run to end up and talk about your drive first of all and what you were able to do that you hadn't done in the game before.
It was just execution. You know, we had 4 or 5 drives in that ball game that were really moving. And then when you get behind the flags, there's not very many plays in a high school playbook for 2nd and 35.
Right.
Okay. And when I looked across the field, we saw that 4 times the other night.
Right.
One of those times it was into the 40s. Okay. And when that happens, you know, you can try one play to really get something back, but you have 2 opportunities to gain 40 yards. Okay. So you got to come up with 2 big plays in a row. What classifies as a big play? Well, in high school football, anything close to 15 yards is probably a big play. And on Friday night, nobody was getting those plays, not just us.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd be very hard pressed to find a 15-yard gainer in that ball game.
With one exception.
One deep pass.
Yeah.
And so for us, after the point, say we do something on the next play, and even if we gain 10, you still got to be pretty conservative because when you're buried back behind the chains and then you throw a flag, when you got a punter that averages 40-some yards a punt, well, you got to rely on the field position and play defense, which we've done a good job of all season long. So, really, they had one drive and we had one drive.
Right.
And then they had one big play. And we actually had the big play.
Right.
And
right.
That was one of those things that, you know, it happened. Like I said, I thought the pass to Holtman was clean. I thought the whole play was clean. The part that was kind of hard about it was their D lineman actually grabbed our O lineman and pulled him down. But they called it. So it creates a negative play, and then we get a personal foul. So now we went from thinking we had a touchdown to being 2nd down and almost 40.
Right.
That's tough. But what I'm proud of, our kids mentally didn't just tank. They just came back for the next down. They played good defense, and we ended up getting the ball back and had another opportunity to score and win the game. So there's no excuses to be made for that. It was a tough ball game. That's what that is. There's hundreds of tough ball games played every week. We've been involved in 2 of those tough ball games, and it's been a lot of fun as a coach. And in those games, your kids learn something about themselves, whether it's be more resilient, execute better. And still, they've played a good game. Proud of them. We need to clean up the penalties. We need to clean that up, and we need to clean up the execution. But these kids come to work every day. They're ready to go. So I don't expect that to change because they're good kids.
Let's go ahead and break down 2 things here. And you mentioned it earlier. I want to go ahead and go back to one. That was there were big plays both directions. The one that Vincennes Lincoln got, a 56-yard touchdown pass to Brody Ruggles right down the middle of the field. Was that a matter of somebody missing an assignment?
Yes. It was blown coverage.
Yeah.
They beat us to the punch. We got caught standing flat-footed and staring. Nice little play-action pass. Split the coverage for a touchdown. Tragic, really. I mean, not much else I could say.
Right.
They picked a nice play. They executed the play. And that might have been our only defensive lapse of the night, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And then the other one we mentioned earlier, you talked about it. the drive that was, and then all of a sudden it wasn't, the one that ended up with Holtman Dobbs catching the ball in the left back corner of the end zone, but it got called back by penalty. You mentioned there was a personal foul on top of that, and everything basically just kind of went to seed from there. But that's one big play. The other one, the fumble scoop that you guys were able to pick up, and unfortunately were not able to go to the end zone with it. I mean, if you had it again, you go to the end zone again, you're talking about a totally different situation here. So there were two plays that you could have capitalized on, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, if that scoop there, if we get it clean and we get down the sideline, we win the ball game, point blank. Because Vincennes has got to come out of their eye. They got to start throwing the ball again because, if we score there, it's 12-12. I got no doubt that Holtman's going to make that kick. Pressure's on. He would have made it. And so it would have been a 13-12 game. That would have changed the whole complexity of it because there only would have been a few minutes left in the game, and they would have had to go to a throwing type thing, of which, if you watch that first quarter, every time the Vickers kid dropped back, he had one of our guys in his lap. I mean, that's why they quit throwing us, because every time he went back, I think they might have been afraid he was going to get hurt because he got hit 3 or 4 times in that first quarter that where I wasn't sure he was going to be able to get up. I mean, it was just, they were blistering hits. And so it would have changed the game. But even though we didn't score, we still had a chance to on offense. Mm-hmm. And we just didn't execute well enough. I think we had another holding penalty in there. But at the end of the day, it was an execution thing. And that's something we have to clean up. But again, these guys showed up to work all week long, and they took care of business and got the job done. So.
Well, hey, I was going to say too, you talk about them getting into the backfield. A lot of credit to the Nolan Sack Manufacturing Corporation. Bo and Troy both. I mean, like you said, they were there a lot in the backfield.
And Matt got through one time and hit the Vickers kid. I'll tell you what, when I was standing on the sideline when Matt hit him, I felt that one where I was standing. So again, our kids continue to be physical. That's one thing I can tell you that our guys have been every night that we've played a game. There's not been one football game we've played that I felt like, man, we're just not being very physical tonight. Because when you watch us play, our kids are getting after it. They're getting off the ball. They're hitting. Defensively, they hit. And, that's, again, as a coach, we teach them everything we can teach them. But when it comes down to being physical and getting those things done, and playing the game of football, that's on the kids. And our guys continue to show up every day. We give them the game plan. They execute it. And, defensively, we played good football. Offensively, we've played good football. But at times, we've stalled through whether it's a lack of execution or penalties.
Yeah.
And that's something we have to be better at.
A couple of stats quickly to bring along. North Knox, 13 first downs in the game, unofficially Lincoln with 14. Both teams, North Knox 1 of 2 in the red zone, Lincoln 1 of 3. Both teams with 2 turnovers, 1 interception and 1 fumble. We talked about the fumble earlier. Yeah. North Knox got it that could have scored on it and may have turned the whole, tenor of the game.
Yeah. And like I said, that game, I knew it last week. We talked about it on this show. I said, this is going to be a close football game. I felt like Levi and his kids would have a very good game plan. I felt like we had a good game plan. And it was indicative of the score. It was close. 12-6. That's a football game. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And like I said, you don't ever want to lose those games. It's always disappointed when you fight for something and you lose. But then on the other side of that, can you fault effort? No.
Yeah.
Can you fault getting after it and being physical? No. So it's just a loss. You learn from it, you watch the film, you get better, you move on. And these kids, again, they've done that and continue to be proud of them for that.
And by the way, I wanted to mention penalties, 14 for 115 for North Knox. A lot of those coming in the first quarter of play. And then 12 for 105 for Lincoln. They got called for a lot of penalties as well. And a lot of theirs coming in the fourth quarter. So once again, very similar penalty numbers for that game.
Yeah. And again, with our guys, it's about cleaning those problems up. I love our defense. The kids get after it. I like our offensive system. It's just about execution and cleaning things up. And like I've said this all year long, when our kids put it together and they play a real clean, straight football game, we're going to be hard to beat just because I think we're pretty good in all 3 phases of the game.
Well, it doesn't get any easier on Friday night. The only time this year that North Knox plays somebody in their own class and want a team to have come to Warrior Stadium. The Linton Miners with them in Linton. When we come back after this, you're listening to North Knox Tonight, live from the Bicknell McDonald's on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
You still have time to apply and enroll at Ivy Tech Community College. Classes start October 28th, and there are scholarships available to help you pay for school. Ivy Tech can help you earn your degree and start an in-demand career in 2 years or less. You can also save thousands towards a bachelor's degree by transferring your credits. Apply online at ivytech.edu/apply now, or stop by Ivy Tech Terre Haute at 8000 South Education Drive.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
Good call on McDonald's for lunch.
Yeah, let's eat.
Okay, we have the, oh yeah, for me.
Can you hand me my,
Yep, and here are a couple of woot-woots to share.
I love my woohoo!
Oh, sounds like Stacy went to McDonald's too.
A delicious meal is in the bag at McDonald's. Grab a $2 bundle like a McDouble and small fries or a McChicken and small fries. Price and participation may vary.
Here at the Bicknell McDonald's, and it is always fun to see the interaction between
of North Knox Tonight.
No, you got to end that. Thank you. Back once again here at the Bicknell McDonald's. You are listening to North Knox Tonight. As I was saying earlier, it's always great to see the interaction between Coach Josh Chambers and especially Trevor Carre, who's sitting right next to him. It's just great to see. Also, it's great to have Terry Stewart here. He is my personal bodyguard and former longtime police officer, and so he has joined us. Also, I want to mention one thing quickly. In all seriousness here, teacher night going on next week. It'll be on Tuesday and Wednesday of next week for the North Knox Primary School 5 to 8, and then for North Knox Junior and Senior High School for 5 to 7 on Wednesday, October the 9th. So make sure you come on out those evenings to the Bicknell McDonald's and support your teachers from North Knox Primary School on Tuesday and North Knox Junior and Senior High School on Wednesday. Well, Coach, you take on the Linton Miners coming up this Friday night, and this just in, they're a pretty good ball club.
Yeah, they've had a good run of football teams here. This is another good football team. But again, like I've said, I like the way we play defense. They're going to come in with a lot of attitude and confidence. But that comes with their track record of winning. So, tomorrow night, going to be a good football game. I think we need to execute. They're a good football team. Coach Oliver's a good coach. But our guys are up to the task, I'm excited about tomorrow night, as I am with every opportunity. Because when you're coaching kids, you only have so many opportunities to compete. So all these guys' careers are numbered, okay? You essentially have 40 guaranteed games, right? 40 of them guaranteed.
Right.
And so every time you get an opportunity to compete, like tomorrow night, we're excited about it. So we are very excited about tomorrow night. We're ready to get these guys going, and it's going to be a fun football game. Linton runs a good offense. They're going to be a mix of pass and run. Defensively, they tackle well and get after you, much like Vincennes. Vincennes plays good defense. They get after you. Vincennes might have as good a defense as anybody will play this year. And I think Linton is right up there on par with them. A little bit different of a system, but they play good defense too. So, it is what it is. We're excited to compete. I'm excited for the football game. Excited for my guys to have an opportunity to play a very good football team.
This is the only time all year that you play another 2A team, and it's another sectional team as well when you see them. But the one thing that really impresses me is, and I know I've read a little bit on this too, is the season that Trey Goodman is having at quarterback. He really has done a good job of marshaling that offense.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. They throw it pretty well. They run it pretty well. And for us, it's one of those things where they're going to try and get us in space with the run, try to get us in space with the throw. What we need to do is be sure that we are just true to what we are defensively, that we tackle well, and that our kids put themselves in a good opportunity to succeed. And again, I'm very excited for the opportunity, you know. Our kids have worked hard all week long. They've worked hard all season, and that's not going to be any different. Win, lose, or draw, these guys are going to come to play tomorrow night. And they're going to either come out and we're going to win the game. It's going to be a close game. And then after the game's over, we'll work on our flaws and we'll get better for the next one.
Talk about their scheme. What kind of offense and defense will Linton be running, you think?
They're a double wing team. It's a little bit of wing T blocking. They run a nice little sweep. They're going to throw a lot of nice play action stuff. They execute it very well. 3 very good runners. They got a nice receiver on the edge. Typically they're a cover 3 defense. They will put a lot of pressure on you up front. They get off the ball well. Again, very well coached team. They execute very well. But again, our guys are up to the task. They're going to be there to play every down. And like I said, I think this is going to be a nice close football game for our guys.
Now, they win 48-14 over a previously one-loss North Davies team. Both of you guys came in 4-1 and lost and went to 4-2. What did you see with what Linton did against North Davies that that you have to watch out for?
The recipe hasn't really changed. We have several of their films, and they try to attack teams on the edges. Their offense, with North Davies didn't play a safety, so they threw it a bunch. So they're just going to pick on what you do defensively. They have packages like every football team. And what we can try to do is coach our kids through all that. So they're going to attack you offensively. They try to get you on your heels. They run a lot of no huddle. They run a lot of motion with no plays and motion into other formations. It's just going to be about execution, making sure our kids understand what's going on in front of them. And, us putting together game plans, trying to understand where the other team wants to attack us. So, my coaches, I think, have got a good game plan together. I think that, it's up for our kids to execute it. But at the end of the night, we just need to be physical and play clean football.
Let's talk about practice this week, of course, off of that loss to Vincent's Lincoln. And on Facebook, I know the next day there was a lot of disappointment among your kids who really wanted that victory. But did it help to kind of sharpen their focus a little bit this week about coming out and playing better after that game with Lincoln last Friday?
I think my kids are always focused. A tough loss is a tough loss. But like I've told these guys, I just said it on the radio, football season's numbered. So your whole career's numbered here. You have a certain amount of games. Just move along, get done what you can get done, get better every day. These guys do that. If you let one game affect your whole season, then we haven't done a very good job of preparing our kids. So Vincennes was a tough ball game. It was well played. It was hard fought. Their jobs as players is to learn from that, move on, and get better. My job as a coach is to assist them in moving on and getting better. So they've done a nice job at that. They've done what they need to do, and proud of them. Again, they continue to bring that lunch pail every day and get to work. So you can't fault any of that. And I don't think tomorrow night's going to be any different. They're going to show up, they're going to play hard every down, and they're going to try and give themselves an opportunity to win the ball game.
And once again, that's a 7 o'clock start tomorrow night pregame show. Round 6:45 with Ed Elliott and yours truly on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR.com, the home of North Knox Warrior football. And now you've got three regular season games coming up with this one, and then at least one tournament game and hopefully more. And talk about now 2/3 of the way through the season with your 11 seniors that you've had. The most seniors North Knox has had in a while. What's it been like to work with these kids?
Love working with these guys. I've been around for 5 years. This is my 5th. I've had 2 classes all the way through, right? These guys here came in my 2nd year. and they've been with me through a lot of games, through a lot of weightlifting, through a lot of everything. And anytime you spend all that time together in the off season, you develop the relationships, especially with a good group of kids like these. It's been a blast. I've enjoyed it. And I want this season to go on as long as it can because it has been that much fun. It's meant that much to me. And with these guys, they're great to be around. They're good kids. They work hard for you. And the other part of that is, as a football coach, sometimes you chew on them a little bit. They don't get overly upset about that. They understand. They get back to work. They get focused. And I think that's a part of success, and the fact that these kids are going to go on to be great leaders in this world. So, super excited for them. And again, ready to compete in a football game.
By the way, I want to say that these guys are sitting here, and it's about as loose a bunch as I've ever seen. We've got about maybe 10, 11, 12 kids here right now. And I got to say to all you guys, I missed you all last week, with the exception of the one gentleman here who was here. But basically, I want to say thank you guys for coming out, and we'll hope to see you guys, the rest of the shows this season. I wish I had a chance to talk to some of you, but I know Josh, unless you're talking about Trevor Carre, there's not a lot of talkers over there. So,
they do a good job. They prepare hard every week, and we're looking forward to getting to tomorrow night's game.
I got to tell you, though, it's the first time I've ever seen a guy look like Hank. I have to tell you, I got somebody talking in my ear right now, and I can't ignore my wife. But anyway, but the point is, we've got Hank Williams Jr. and Michael McDonald on one team this year. I can't believe we've been able to do that.
Yeah. These guys, they've got good personalities. They've got good character. And, as football team goes, they've done nothing but work hard every day to get better, year in and year out. So, proud of them.
The best, fullest beard I've ever seen on a high school kid.
It's nice. I'm kind of jealous.
I am, too. You got to see the top of my head. I don't have much up there. Anyway, taking a quick look at what's going on around the Southwest Conference. And he's running his answers here. Boy, that really is bad. I started going ball at 23. Anyway. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in Southwest Conference. North Decatur and Eastern Green, that's a pretty good trip. Riverton Park to North Central, Rock Creek and North Davieston. You'll see the Cougars next week. Big 8, only 3 games. Jasper with a bye week because Mount Carmel dropped out of the conference. Jasper, very rare bye week this week. Boonville at Princeton. Washington, Vincent's Lincoln homecoming at Edmond Field. And on Saturday, Mount Vernon at Scottsburg and then into PAC. Gibson, Southern at Pike Central, North Posey at Tell City, South Spencer at Forest Park, and then the game of the night, Southridge at Heritage Hills. So again, I think those are really, really nice games. Also a big game in the SIAC Central Memorial. So some of the games going on around the area. As we always wrap up with, Coach, give me a couple of keys. Who or what will be key to tomorrow night?
We just need to be sure that we play good, clean football and that our kids are every down understanding what's going on in front of them. If we do that, and we play clean and we execute, we're going to be just fine.
I'm sorry, but my wife texted me. She's my producer tonight. She says, stop terrorizing the kids with the threat of baldness. So, yeah, I tell you, he was running his fingers through his hair. Like I said, I kind of felt jealous. But anyway, Coach, we appreciate you joining us. And let's get everybody in. We'll go ahead and do the thing here. The thing. Oh, they're gathering around, ladies and gentlemen. This is great. Okay, on the count of 3, are you going to do it tomorrow night? 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7:30, right here on 105.7 The Ride. 7 o'clock, actually, tomorrow night, 105.7 The Ride, WUZR.com. Pregame show at 6:45. Thanks a lot to our studio producer, the one and only Don, the better half Zimmerman. Have yourself a great evening. Until next time, I'm Tom Lee. We'll see you from the Bicknell McDonald's. This has been North Knox Tonight from the Bicknell McDonald's on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
You've been looking for. Now the voice of the Warriors, Tom Lee.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Warriors Stadium, 3rd week in a row back in the friendly Knox area. Along with Ed Elliott, I'm Tom Lee. Tonight, the North Knox Warriors taking on the Linton Miners. North Knox coming off a 12-6 loss last Friday night against Vincent's Lincoln in a game and that could be probably very graciously called choppy. According to with all the yellow flags that came down last Friday.
Yeah, that's what I say. It was a 3-team race last week. It was the officials and Lincoln and North Knox, and I'm not so sure that most people didn't think the officials won.
It was that kind of an evening. It really was. I mean, the game was really, really long because of all the flags that came down. I mean, there was a bunch of yellow laundry. You mentioned probably green grass stains on a lot of them. I think you're right on that.
They had to change them at halftime.
But anyway, Lincoln won that one 12-6. North Knox trying to get back on the winning track tonight. 4-2 on the tonight here at home, and they'll take on a 5-1 Linton team, who right now is the only team, Ed, that North Knox plays that's in their class all season. They play three or 4 3A teams. They play a few 1A teams, and Linton is the only 2A team on their schedule.
Yeah, I think they came off really a snoozer last week, 48-14 over North Davies. So, they'll maybe North Knox can put up a little more, pressure on them tonight. They won't be that they'll have to work up a sweat anyway.
Well, the Warriors will see North Davies, by the way, next week for the championship of the Southwest Conference. And again, that'll be next Friday evening from Cougar Valley. When we return, we'll give you the starting lineups and we'll get you ready for this one tonight. It's North Knox and Linton, week number 7 of the high school football season. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the Duesterberg-Frederick game plan to victory. We'll do all that in 2 minutes. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Farming isn't easy. If it were, everybody would be doing it. Irrigating your fields, however, can be easy with a call to Ileana Irrigation, your local Reinke dealer. With innovative products like the Reinke Touch Screen Control Panel and Navigator GPS systems, the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation are ready to provide you with a dependable, easy-to-use Reinke system that will add yield and profit to your operation. Farming isn't easy, but partnering with Ileana Irrigation and Reinke is an easy choice to make. Reinke, more right than rain at Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
Hey, this is John Yoakum inviting you to this year's Fall Time to Shrine event on October 26th at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come have a fun-filled family day and support the local Knox County Shriners. We will be grilling burgers and hot dogs, and the Shriner Clowns will be here doing face painting, balloon twisting, and passing on a few jokes for the kids. We also have a bouncy house set up to increase the fun. So remember, Fall Time to Shrine, Saturday, October 26th, here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Vincennes. We'll see you there.
Get big savings on the flavors for fall at your Vincent Save Lot. Fresh beef T-bone steak is $3.99 a pound, and pork loin back ribs are $2.49 a pound. 12-pack Pepsi products are $3 for $10, and local pumpkins are $2.99. Also get big savings on candy and Halloween trick-or-treat buckets are only $1.99. Amazing quality, fantastic prices, satisfaction guaranteed, or 100% money back. Savings are made easy at your Vincent Save Lot, where bananas are only 39 cents a pound every day.
Well, thank you for joining us this evening here at North Knox High School, where the North Knox Warriors are about to take on the Linton Stockton Miners. And it's time now for the Duesterberg-Frederick Funeral Home game plan. And, Tom, I think the game plan did 2 things, perimeter and penalties. North Knox needs to make sure that they do a better job this week of not getting those just deal-breaker penalties that they had in key times. Second, perimeter. North Knox gave up a lot of big plays on the perimeter last week, and they're going to have to work on that tonight and prevent that against this Linton Miners team. And a good game plan is about preparation. Help your loved ones be prepared now with a pre-need funeral plan from Duesterberg-Frederick Funeral Homes, locations in Vincennes and Bicknell. Tom?
And it's time now for the Save-A-Lot starting lineup. Start saving up to 40% on your food bill with a trip to Save-A-Lot, 15th and Willow in Vincennes. For the Linton Miners, they'll start Trey Goodman at quarterback. He is 6'1", 170, and he comes in, by the way, with a passer rating right now of 120. So once again, he's had himself a wonderful year so far, 11 touchdowns so far on the year through the air as well. The running backs will be Luke Lannon. He is 5'10", 185, and a senior. Also the running back, Lance Dyer, 5'11", 175, and a senior. And the wing back will be, I found him a second ago. There he is. Cash Howard, 5'10", 175, and a senior. I saw him a second ago.
He's waving at you down there.
Thank you. A couple of wide receivers, too. Devin Robertson, 6'2", 165, and a senior. And also for the Linton Miners, they will have on their interior line, they will set up with Dalton Smith in one tackle, 5'10", 205, and a senior. The other tackle is Damian Giles, 6', 225, and a junior. The center is Tyler Mongo. He is 6'1", 205, and a senior. And the guards will be Venner Rogers, 6'1", 225, and a junior. And also Landon Giles at 6', 210, and a junior. The head coach, Brian Oliver, of the Linton Miners. For the North Knox Warriors, Reese Hamelman will start at quarterback, 6 foot, 170, and a junior. His running back will be Cole Richter, 5'7", 150, and a senior. Zach Boyles, 5'11", 170, and a junior at the fullback position. Two tight ends for the Warriors, and they include Matt Urbane at 6 foot, 160, and a senior, and Troy Nolan, 6'1", 190, and also a senior. The interior line for the North Knox Warriors includes at center Trey Keller, 6 foot, 240, and a senior. One guard, Ben Burke, 5'11", 250, and a senior. The other guard, Jackson Stroud, 6 foot, 215, and a senior. The tackles, Ethan Haig at 6'2", 225, and Trevor Carey at 6'3", 310, and a senior, Josh Chambers, the head coach of the North Knox Warriors. A reminder, start saving up to 40% on your food bill with Save-A-Lot at 15th and Willow in Vincennes. And when you take a look at this game tonight, you look at the quarterbacks, and Trey Goodman, one who really will kind of run a run-pass option type of game, 53 of 95 for 848 yards. You mentioned 11 touchdowns. He's throwing for about 141 yards per game. I get a quarterback rating of 120. Reese Hamelman throws about 10 and a half times a game, 37 of 65 for 564 yards. He has 7 touchdowns through the air, and he's got a 94 yard a game average and a quarterback rating of 95.9. Rushing for the Linton Miners, the top rusher on the year is Luke Lannon. He has run 74 times for 466 yards, about 77 yards a game. Also, Lance Dyer has run 59 times for 513 and an 85.5-yard average for North Knox. It's primarily Cole Richter. He has run 108 times so far this year for 773 yards. He's also had 9 touchdowns for Linton, Dyer, and Lannon between them, also with 9 touchdowns, Trey Goodman with 5. So again, you take a look at this game, and the Linton Miners, I mean, have always been a machine, and it's kind of been, for North Knox, kind of their measuring stick, I think, Ed, as to how good a team they're going to be is how they play in Week 7 against the Linton Miners. Also very good to prepare for the tournament because you could see these guys again in the section.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tom. I think Linton is the class of the area, without a doubt. They haven't been pushed at all in a game other than their loss to Southridge, the first game of the season. The rest of their games, they've scored on, 30 points almost or better, 27 against Boonville, but remainder of them, they've been scoring big and haven't been pressed a lot. So I think this is an opportunity if North Knox can stay in this game early, put some pressure on them, not give up some big plays, then it could be find out how Linton handles a close ball game.
Well, time now to take a look at some of the other games around the area. It's presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. A reminder, score big with your next car purchase at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge in Vincennes. Other games in the Southwest Conference tonight, Ed, this is probably far and away the best game in the conference. Other teams, a lot of teams taking pretty big road trips are actually making big road trips to them. North Decatur coming from over in the Greensburg area in southeast Indiana, traveling to Eastern to take on the T-Birds tonight. Riverton Park traveling just south of Terre Haute to take on North Central. And Rock Creek Academy down by New Albany heading to Cougar Valley tonight to take on North Davies.
Boy, I hope the fuel price stays down.
Well, those are pretty good trips, aren't they?
Yeah, I'd say so. They almost need reservations for those trips.
Especially at North Decatur team. Like I said, I remember I've been past North Decatur quite a few times right there just on the other side of I-74 from Greensburg, and that is a pretty long trip, and there's no real easy way of getting there either.
Well, it's this is one of those things where you figure you do a lot of sightseeing this time of the season.
Big 8 tonight, by the way, homecoming at Inman Field. Vincent's taking on the Washington Hatchets. Boy, the Hatchets have had a really tough year, and we'll see them in week number 9. And they've only got like 21 kids on their roster right now, which is probably far and away the smallest 3A school roster in Indiana. Along with Pike Central, they have 21 as well.
Yeah, I would say so. It's just, you don't know all the circumstances around that. Could be injuries, it could be attitude, and any number of things could result in a real small roster like that. But we just, I think you have to give a lot of credit to a team when they continue to play and, to finish out their schedule with that few people.
And the other game, by the way, Boonville at Princeton tonight. Tomorrow, you're talking about trips. Mount Vernon traveling to Scottsburg tomorrow over by I-69 in South Central Indiana. So that game will be taking place tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern time in Scottsburg. I was over at the homecoming parade today, of course, at Vincent's Lincoln. And again, every year it just amazes me how good that thing is.
The homecoming parade?
Yeah.
Well, they're one of the few schools now that they're close enough to a downtown area that's not a high traffic area that they can have a homecoming parade like that. It's just, it is great. It's a good thing. You don't see a lot of that anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it's good to have a tradition like that.
By the way, I want to mention PAC tonight. You talk about Heritage Hills. I mean, they come off of a game against Gibson Southern where they absolutely played great in the jungle. They're back at home tonight. They're taking on Southridge. I mean, how about that for a 2-week run?
Yeah, well, that's Southridge probably a pretty good team this year.
Well, they're defending state runner-ups, move up to 3A this year, by the way, so North Knox will not see them. They saw them in the tournament a year ago here. But the other games going on, Gibson Southern and Pike Central, North Posey at Tell City, South Spencer at Forest Park. Now, here's what's interesting, Ed. North Posey, Tell City, South Spencer, and Forest Park, all North Knox have chances of seeing them in the 2A tournament coming up here in a few weeks.
Yeah, that the 2A, it looks like it's kind of a runaway with you look at Linton and Mater Dei being the two. I don't think any question about them being the favorites to potentially, unless they meet sooner, to be in the finals of the sectional.
Let's take a look at what's going on at Evansville tonight in the SIAC. All these games in Evansville. Castle at Harrison. Bossy at Mater Dei. Wrights at North in the big game at Evansville tonight. Central at Memorial. Central at 5-1. Memorial right now at 6-0.
Yeah, that's, we see Evansville a lot of times. You never know what team is going to come out of there to be the, tough. But Memorial is, another one of those schools that could end up being pretty darn good at the end of the season.
They're going to be rocking it out over Enlow Field tonight. I'm telling you what, I'm expecting a really, really nice crowd for that one.
Looks like, this time they did have the toss, Tom, and it looks like North Knox, elected to receive the ball. They are looking into the sun to start with, so it'll be, I'm surprised in a way they took that to start with. I thought they might have, if they were going to.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, North Knox always, whenever they win the toss, they have deferred once this year, but most of the time they will elect to receive, which gives the other team the choice of size of the field.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, to me, it's rather interesting, but North Knox has done this before, so we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, well, this, it should be an interesting game regardless. I think North Knox, you see, they've got to come out with a real sense of urgency here to start with and kind of get on track early as they weren't able to do that last week.
So the North Knox Warriors will receive to start this game, and Ed, we're about set for the start of tonight's affair.
It is, Tom, and it's time for the Grunman's Kickoff. And get a better pair of kicks for your feet. Get a custom fit at Grunman's Custom Footwear, 906 North 7th Street in Vincennes. And now, with all the play-by-play of North Knox Warrior football, here's Tom Lee.
Thank you very much, Ed Elliott. Good evening, everyone. It will be Linton kicking it off to the North Knox Warriors to get things started. And the kicker for the North Knox, actually for the Linton Miners, will be Drew Smith. He is 6 foot and a sophomore, so he'll be kicking it off. Not a very long run-up. It's going to be a short kick. It's going to come off to about the 25-yard line, 30, 35, and up to the 40, and into about the 41-yard line. So a nice run back by Holtman Dodes. He took that ball up early, Ed, and was able to make some pretty good yards. Just got about 20 yards on that run back.
Yeah, good field position for North Knox on about the 43, it looks like.
Tell you what, that Linton Miner kicker took a real short, maybe a 3-step drop before kicking it. So it looks like they're doing that to maybe, make a possibility of an onside kick whenever they want to. So you got to be ready. So the North Knox Warriors will have the ball at their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10, Holtman Dodes. Back there along with Reese Hamelman, the quarterback. Hamelman hands off up the middle again. It's going to be a nice run that time out of Cole Richter. He goes straight forward past the 45, down about the 46. So a good run for the Warriors to start out. They got 4 on that one. It'll be 2nd down. North Knox is not going to do anything different, Ed. They have done this all season long where they've started with that run with Cole Richter up the middle.
Yeah, I think they're going to test the Linton line. They probably feel like they have a better offensive line than Linton is defensively. Linton is putting a 5 front with 4 linebackers close.
2nd out and 6. Holtman Dodes in motion. It's going to go off Richter again. This time pushes for the 1st down and more into Linton territory down to the 45. So another good run right up the middle that time and a 1st down for the Warriors.
Yeah, 9 yards.
Right at the 45 of Linton. So 2 plays for North Knox, and Cole Richter has gained some pretty good yardage on both of them. 13 yards already on 2 carries. 1st and 10 Warriors. He got it at the 45-yard line of Linton. Started with good field position. Here is Reese Hamelman. This time back to the left. He's going to go outside and going to sweep it in. Here's Cole Richter. He's going to get hit and brought down after about a yard gain and a flag down.
That flag was coming when an area of a block. It
looks
like it's going to be against.
I thought maybe a face
Linton.
mask. Actually, I saw it at the end of the play.
Yeah.
I thought maybe a face mask. We'll find out.
It could be.
Came at the end of the play, so they're going to talk it over.
It could be a horse collar
face
mask. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought, a face mask penalty, and we'll see if it's going to be a 5 or a 15. It is a 5-yarder, so he just raked his hand. I thought I saw that when he might rake his hand across. So give him 5 yards in that one. It'll be a 6-yard overall gain with the penalty. First one on Linton for 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 4. That time they tried to slant Richter coming through the line, and Linton was ready for that east-west movement. 2nd down, now and 4. Here is Reese Hamelman. Hamelman back to throw. Going to look out, right throw downfield, and it's incomplete. He short-hopped his intended receiver that time, Troy Nolan.
That was a bad throw, Tom. Had 2 receivers open. That was exactly a good thing, a play-action pass, and he rolled out, but just was falling away on the throw.
Yeah, he threw it low. Came out of his hand low that time, I think. And so 3rd down and 4 for the Warriors. They got the ball at the Linton 39. So the first big play for the Warriors here on 3rd and 4. Right down the middle of the field. Here's Reese Hamelman. 3rd down and 4. And he's going to fumble the football. He got it out to Holtman Jones anyway, though, and he's got the 1st down and more. Past the 35 to the 34. Depends on where he put it down. But from here, it looks like he got it.
I think it's maybe looks a hair short, Tom.
Well, we'll find out. I thought he got it. It is. They're going to measure.
Yeah, I think so. It is.
They're going to measure. It is very close.
Close, yes.
It is a very close play.
If the nose of the ball is on the yard line, it should be good.
And it is.
But they have it. They're
going to come out and take a look at it. The nose of the ball is on the 35-yard line, which would be sufficient, but we'll find out. Stretch them out. Oh, that's close.
I told you it's short.
Yeah, it's about 3 inches short.
Yeah.
About 3 inches short. It's going to be 4th down and about 3 inches. 4th down and 3 inches for the Warriors at the 35-yard line.
3rd down.
Oh, is it 3rd down? Okay, I thought it was 4th. Okay.
I thought that's
that's right. The down went over. That's right. 3rd down. Okay, thank you. 3rd down. So they got 2 downs to get it.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens. Hamelman right now standing about 2 yards back. Now he's going to go back into the shotgun. So actually make the pistol 5 yards behind. 3rd down. And did somebody move early? No, they didn't. He got back in time.
They started to, but they didn't make contact.
And off up the middle, first down. He got it. Cole Richter up the middle for about 3 yards. So another first down for the Warriors. They took it what you expect, very close to the vest, very tight, got the first down. They move it forward now, down to the 33.
Well, we're seeing that. See, the Linton linebackers are more and more leaning toward the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
On the play, so it could set up another play action pass would at some point down the road the way they're doing.
Have to see what happens here. They are expecting that run, 33-yard line. Warriors 1st and 10.
Well, North Knox doing a nice job of controlling the line of scrimmage.
Still a tight formation. Holtman Dode's in motion. He's going to go roll back. He's going to throw it himself. He's going to look to run now. He's going to run it 35-30 down the sideline. He goes out of bounds around the 35-yard line. A flag late.
Yeah, he tackled him. He hit him about 3 yards outside.
So a flag late. North Knox may be the beneficiary of this one.
It depends on who this is. I can't tell whether
he got it to the 28-yard line. So he gained about 4 or 5 on it. Or I believe about 5 yards. So we'll find out. Dead ball. Personal foul. Linton.
Yeah.
So he must have got him on that late hit.
Well, he was out there. I mean, that was.
Second penalty for 20 yards. That'll go from the 28. Now to be a half the distance and to be 14 yards. That'd be a 14-yard penalty down to the 14. So the Warriors on the opening drive, Ed, really imposing their will right now on the Miners.
And what was his original line of game?
He would have been to the 28. So he got it down to, actually, no, where they put it down? They put it down at the 19. I don't know what they called that time. I thought it was at the 28, maybe a 34. Up the middle it goes. It's going to be a good run up the middle, and it's going to go down all the way down to the 10-yard line. So the Warriors get 9. Good fake that time by Reese Hamelman. He gave it off to Cole Richter, and he went straight forward, Ed. So the Warriors solidly in the red zone at the 11, so it'll be second down in about 3.
Well, if they mix it up, Tom, like that, they're going to be pretty tough. Like the pass, you've got Hamelman rolling out, and he can run it. And he looked pretty good that last time.
And that last time, he must have been at the 33 instead of the 28. I may have miscounted. That's the only way I can see it. Second down and 3 at the 10. Hand off inside Dodes. Holtman down the middle of the yards. He's going to get the first down, I believe, down at the 6.
Yeah, it looks close.
We'll have to see. Holtman Dodes went down about the 6 or 7. We'll see. First down was at the 9. So it should be a first down. It is. Yeah. First and goal. So first and goal for the Warriors. Good opening drive by North Knox. You said they had to establish themselves early, Ed, and it looks like right now, at least to this point, they're doing just that.
Yeah, they are. They're surprisingly, Tom, moving the ball fairly easy.
Tight formation. Hamelman first and goal from about the 7. Hand off inside Dodes. Holtman gets outside. 5. He's going to turn. He's going to get hit. He's going to be brought down about to 3, maybe the 2.
Going to be close there.
He's about the 2-yard line, I think. He turned in. He made a nice little jump cut. He got forward. He's going to go down about to 3. Second and goal from there. So about the 3-yard line, second and goal. So he got it from about to the 7 down to the 3. Just made a little jump cut that time, Ed, and showed his quickness on the outside. Second and goal from the 3. Warriors try to take an early lead. They moved the ball well from about their own 41. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman takes himself into the end zone. Did he get in? It's very close.
Oh, it is close.
He got in. Touchdown. Warrior touchdown. So Reese Hamelman on his first run of the game, Ed Elliott, is able to fool everybody on a quarterback draw and got in.
That was the second run, Tom. On his first run, he got that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
He moved it really down after that personal foul.
That's right. Okay.
Hit out of bounds, and he took that one, and it just opened up for him on the inside, and great job by the offensive line.
7:53 left to go.
Extra point kick here, Tom.
They're going to try it with Holtman Dodes. The kick is up. It's a pop-up, but it is good, I believe. No, it went off to the left. So the kick is no good at the time of Holtman Dodes. He kind of popped it in the air. So the North Knox Warriors take a 6-0 lead over the Linton Miners. We'll be back after this 30-second break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior football on 105.7 The Ride. WUZR Bicknell Vincennes to WUZR.com.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graver Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graver Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graver Post, 800-264-5013.
And a touchdown needs another $20 for Champions Together from your Real Community Bank. First Vincennes Savings Bank with 2 locations in Vincennes.
North Knox needs good coverage on this kick, Tom. Don't let Linton get good field position if they can prevent it.
2 men back for Linton, and here is the kick. It's going to be a short one. It's going to go down, and it's going to go out of bounds again.
Maybe they intended to do it that way.
Well, Troy Nolan's been trying to kick it down that sideline, but anytime he tries to do it, Ed, it's kind of a 50-50 call whether or not it stays in bounds.
I think about 75-25 that it's going out of bounds.
So the ball will be up at the 35-yard line. That's where Linton will have it first and 10.
Well, maybe they just didn't want Linton to get the chance to run it back. I mean, that's one way to prevent it. So had illegal procedure against North Knox. I don't. Oh, that's what they called it.
That was the one out of bounds.
I thought it was something else he was calling all of a sudden.
They got the 2 big guys up front, Dylan Wolf and Trevor Carre, so they're trying to clog the inside against Linton. We'll see what happens to Trey Goodman now. North Knox up 6-0. Goodman back to throw. Looks, fires it outside, and that ball is going to be caught. And a great play right over the defensive Levi Brocksmith at the 45 of North Knox. Well thrown ball.
Yeah, 20-yard pass. It didn't take long for Linton to go to the perimeter on the outside.
Tell you what, he took about 3 steps back and just right back and threw that ball.
Yeah.
That was a really nice pass. So the ball at the North Knox 45. First and 10 Miners, their first down. Here's Goodman. Hands it off outside. You're going to try to get it in, and they do right down the Dyer. First down and more down the sideline. He'll go down at the 32 and a flag down late again.
Yeah, it comes down late. That's another long run. Looks like about a 12-yard run.
Lance Dyer was the one who took it, number 5. He was down at the 32. So we'll see what the flag's all about.
Face mask.
Golly.
So they call a 15-yard face mask on that one.
And that's going to put them down about to the, man, good grief.
So they got that ball down to the
about the
17-yard
line.
Yeah, 17-yard line. So Warriors scored their first time down. Linton on 2 plays and help of a penalty down in the red zone again. Here's Goodman. Got it. He's going to roll out left. He's going to look to the run now. He's got the football 15-yard line. He'll get hit and down at the 10. So he got about 8 or 9 on that one. And he paid the price. He's had some open field that time. North Knox kind of recovered a little bit late to get to him.
Well, they're going around the edges, Tom, is what they're trying to do, and they've been pretty successful both throwing and running.
So an 8-yard gain on that one, 2nd and 2. Dyer in motion and maybe an illegal motion. We'll find out.
I think it's going to be against neutral zone infraction by North Knox.
That's exactly what they called the encroachment.
Still second down.
So he called that second penalty now for 20 yards, and so it'll be a first down for Linton. That's their second. Getting their first time in the red zone, and they've got the ball down at the 6-yard line.
2 big penalties.
5. Yep.
2 big penalties gave him 20 yards.
Down to the 5, Goodman. Going to keep it himself. Now he's going to run it inside, and he'll get in for the touchdown.
Yeah.
So the touchdown run that time out of Luke Lannon. So Luke Lannon took it on a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Linton Miners now tied it up at 6 with a chance to take the lead with the extra point.
Sure didn't take them very long, did it?
Well, I tell you what, 6:52 left to go in the first period. That was a drive of about 1 minute. The extra point opportunity is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the extra point is good by Jay Selmore. So Jay Selmore with the extra point, and like that, at 7-6, Linton leads it.
Yeah, well, North Knox did a good job. They ate up a lot of time on the clock, but it seems like it's taken them a lot longer. But as long as they match it, it's okay. They can go back and get a good long drive here, they'd be pretty tough again.
Well, you understand the North Knox Warriors, and we've seen this all year long, Ed, have had this tendency to really kind of work their way into games.
Yeah.
They don't look great at the beginning of a game, but once they kind of get their feet in it, they kind of stiffen up as the game goes on.
Well, the thing that troubles me again, they've gotten 2 penalties in key times to give Linton such a boost.
Well, the Miners also gave it to North Knox that same way, though, on their drive, so it's kind of talking about as fair play in
but
that
North
sort
Knox
of
can't
sense.
afford it. That's all I'm telling you.
Here's going to be the kick right down the middle of the field. It's going to bounce down, pick him at 15, on the run, 20, 25, 30, outside 35, and he's going to go down about the 36, still on his feet now, about the 38 and straight forward. So nice run that time by the Warriors just inside the 40 at the 38. Yeah. And that's going to be Matter of Bain. Got to a 39. Kind of a second effort that time, Ed. It looked like he was stopped. He was able to squirt forward and get about 4 more yards.
Yeah, it was a nice, really a nice second effort.
So the Warriors will have it. They'll put it down at the 39. It looks like they're going to mark it off. They're going to have a holding call. They mark it off down to the 29. So the Warriors will start at the 29-yard line. That's their third penalty for 35, actually for 30 yards, make that 30 yards.
They have good field position and then shoot themselves in the foot again with a holding call.
Here the Warriors go. Reese Hamelman, 1st and 10 now at their own 29. Reese going to hand it off to Oates. Holdman up the middle. He's going to get to the 30-yard line and no more than that. Got about a yard. They're still kind of working that middle, and this time Linton's just kind of stacking it up in there. That's second down at 9.
Well, they're bringing to the inside the linemen. They're not worried about the outside.
Second down at 9. The Warriors have it right at the 30-yard line. North Knox scored first. Linton answered with a score on their first drive, 7-6 Miners. Second down at 9. Here's Reese. Hamelman with it. He's going back to throw. He looks, he fires it outside. Caught. That time a Rhett Sharon. 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 43. First down.
Flag again.
And let's see, was that at the end of the play?
Yeah, that's going to be another penalty against Linton.
That's the 4th first down for the Warriors, and that was good to see Rhett Sharon get in on that one.
Yeah.
So a first down anyway. They may have yards tacked on. Possibly for a late hit.
It's a 14-yard pass.
And now at 15, no more onto it looks like. Yep. That's a late hit. So that's 3 penalties on Linton, 35 yards. And former North Knox head coach and now assistant Sean McDowell standing next to us. I'm sure he's seen his share of those in his day as well. That'll go all the way into Linton territory down at the 41-yard line.
You got a little bit over that holding call.
I tell you, it sounds like it. Here's Reese. Hamelman gives it up the middle and a nice play, but it's going to go for about 2. They thought they had a trap that time, a kind of quick hitter, but that time the only one getting hit is Cole Richter, and let's see if they give him 2. I think they're going to give him about maybe again. One of my favorites, a yard and a half. Yep.
But I think this is Linton's coming up there really tight, Tom. They're going into the gaps again with just kind of like Lincoln did last week to stop North Knox's inside run.
Ball right on the 40-yard line. So that's a gain of a solid 1. Second down at 9.
Yeah. It makes it a lot harder when the defensive linemen are shooting the gaps. It puts them in a position where they're moving laterally and the runner basically runs into them.
Hamelman going to go long. He's got his man and it is going to be caught into the end zone. Touchdown! Warrior touchdown! Holman Dodds, I can't believe was able to do that play, Ed. What do we got?
That was a great throw right there.
Oh, my word. What a great play. That was a 60-yard pass play, Ed Elliott, for a touchdown.
No, 40, Tom.
Okay, 40. My apologies.
That's all right.
40, my fault. You're on the Linton side. I'm sorry. Got a little carried away. But what a great catch by Holman Dodds.
Yeah, well, let's see. This is going to be the big one here if they can make this extra point. Maybe this will be a fake kick.
4:57 left to go in the first period. And both teams right now are scoring on each other. The kick is up. And this one is good.
Yeah.
So Holman Dodds gets the play and gets the extra point. And just like that, Ed, the North Knox Warriors retake the lead at 13-7.
Yeah, that's on that play, Tom, I don't know what happened. Cole Richter kind of got hit in he just laid on the field shortly. I don't know whether he got a stinger or what happened, but he seems to be, he came off the field on his own power, but they're still giving him a little bit of treatment over there on the sideline.
Well, we'll see what happens. Again, the Warriors come back and shock Linton with a 40-yard pass play from Reese Hamelman to Holman Dodds. And Dodds, I thought the pass was perfect, but boy, Dodds did his job. He was well covered.
Well, the pass was a little bit short. Holman Dodds came back, jumped up over the Linton defender and made the catch. And the Linton defender got a little bit, turned around and fell to the ground.
He broke away from him. Here's the ball. Going to take the 15 up to the 20. 25, 30. Dyer is going to get hit that time. Actually, it wasn't Dyer. That time, instead, it was Luke Glannon. He's able to return it back to about the 37-yard line, so Linton will start their 1st and 10. So 4:50 left to go in the opening period, Ed. North Knox leading at 13-7. Both teams have scored each time they've had the ball.
Yeah, this is an offensive display here. Both teams are doing a nice job offensively. It's that both of their defenses just can't do what they need to do.
Tight double wing formation now with Luke Lannon, man in motion. It's going to go outside now to Dyer. He's going to get around 35-40, 45 into midfield and into North Knox territory down at the 47.
Yeah, Tom, getting around on the edge. North Knox just isn't able to stop them.
Tell you what, that was a nice run by Lance Dyer. He got the ball outside, got some good blocking up front.
Yeah, 15 yards.
That's the 3rd first down for the Miners. They got the ball at the North Knox 47, 1st and 10. Here's Trey Goodman. And you pitch it outside Lannon. Luke going to look to turn. He is. He's going to go inside that time to the 40. Gets away. Man, flag down. And he'll go down to the 35-yard line. That flag at the 39. So the flag came late into play, Ed. If it's a hold, it's going to go from probably about the 39-yard line.
I don't know if that's
that's a 40, actually. So it looks like a hold. We'll find out right now.
Yeah, it is.
Referee will come over to make that confirmation.
Illegal block in the back.
So not a hold, but an illegal block, but pretty much same. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty. That's 4 penalties, 45 yards now for the Miners. They pretty much kept it on the ground, Ed, and have done a pretty good job with it. So we had it right at midfield. That flag came down at the 40, so it'll be 1st down at about 13. That flag came 7 yards downfield. Goodman. Tight formation, man in motion, and be inside now to Lannon. Luke Lannon gets in the middle. He's going to get stacked up that time for about a 2-yard gain. Linton that time did the same thing. They was trying to clear things out, but North Knox stayed at home well. It'll be 2nd down. Dylan Wolf got that tackle. He got about 4 yards on it, though. It'll be 2nd down at 9. Clock running, 3:54. Left to go to the opening period. Warriors lead 13-7. Here's Goodman. Man in motion coming across Landon to the right. Goodman holding on now and just looking at his coach and now getting everything together. Landon this time set up as a receiver right. Or make the Dyer, actually. Landon going to go up the middle. He's going to get hit and breaks a couple of tackles. Got the 1st down and more and still carrying forward. And he'll get his forward progress stopped inside the 30 down to about the 27. 4th first down now for the Miners. I don't know if he's as good a runner, Ed, as Eastern Green's Caleb Hamilton a couple of years back, but he's doing kind of a Hamilton-esque thing when he's doing that.
Yeah, he just ran right up the middle, Tom, taking advantage of North Knox there. It looks like the linebackers on the inside, North Knox just kind of gave up on the play.
Ball to 28, 1st and 10. Here's Goodman back to throw. He's going to look. He's going to throw it downfield. Incomplete, just a little bit high. A little bit high to his intended receiver that time. It looked like he was looking for Clayton Hauser and threw it just a little bit high. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure on the throw. He had to throw a little quicker, I believe, than he wanted to.
Hauser extended for it, almost made the catch just off his fingertips. 2nd down and 10.
Pretty good coverage on it, though.
And again, the coverage by Luke Brocksmith. 2nd and 10. Goodman. For the Linton Miners. Goodman. Spread formation. Going to hand it up the middle. Getting away from one man, Lannon. Luke goes down, though, about to the 24-yard line. So he picked up about maybe 5 or so. It'll be 3rd down and 5. You actually give him a gain of 4. 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 5.
Ball inside at the 24-yard line. Actually 23. So maybe 3rd down on a long 5. Here's Goodman. Man in motion coming across. He'll get the football. This time that's Cash Howard, I believe. He'll get hit and brought down right about the 21. So the first run of the game. That time for Cash Howard. He couldn't cash in, Ed, and it's 4th and 3.
Well, North Knox here, there, you can be sure that Lynn's not going to do anything other than run it, and looks like I think Lannon's going to get it. That's who I would give it to.
Actually, it's 4th and 2. They reset their play. So 4th and 2 for Goodman. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to get hit and brought down.
He
got the first down, I believe, inside the 20 down to the 19. I believe he got it.
Yeah.
So Trey Goodman keeping it himself, and it'll be 1st down. So 4th down conversion by Linton. Their 5th first down of this game. Their 2nd time in the red zone.
Well, that puts Goodman as the leading rusher for Linton.
Doing a pretty good job of keeping it himself again. A lot like what we saw again. We mentioned with Linton. With the Eastern Green a couple of years ago. Here's the ball. He's going to get it outside. Here's Dyer. That time not going to go anywhere. He went down at the 17-yard line. He got about 3 yards on the play. But boy, I tell you what, it's a nice hit at the end of the play.
Yeah, Dyer knew that he had been hit right there.
So Lance Dyer gets the ball down, 2nd down and 7. Football is sitting up at the 15-yard line. So a nice tackle by Jalen Conrad, who came up and made that hit. 2nd down and 7. Goodman hands it off outside. It's going to go out to Lannon. Luke Lannon going to try to turn the corner, and he does, but he doesn't get a whole lot of yardage. He got about 2. 3rd down. North Knox did a good job of stringing that one out.
Yeah.
Luke Lannon actually had to get away from somebody in the backfield. He got a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down at about 5. So the football sitting up about the 12-yard line, 3rd down at 5. You wonder here if Linton may not try to take a poke for the end zone.
Oh, I think they'll probably, I don't know. They've got a pretty good 5 yards here. They want to.
He's going to keep it himself. Oh, good, but he gets hit and brought down right at the 9-yard line. It's going to be a 4th down and short. That was Ethan Haig made the tackle. That was all surge from the line of Linton. And I'm telling you what, they're moving North Knox pretty well. That was 3 yards.
But North Knox is handling, I think, their running game better than they did to start out.
Yeah, and that's something they've done all year. 4th down and 1. Big play for Linton. 4th and 1. Man in motion. Going to get the football inside. It's going to be Dyer. He may not have got it. Let's see where it is.
He is short, Tom.
And Coach Chambers thought he had him short. We'll see.
It is.
Where's the ball going to go down? It will be 1st down North Knox. They held. The Warriors held, and they'll get the football at their own 9. 31 seconds left to go in the first period. And could it be that the North Knox Warriors now broken serve, so to speak?
Well, I think they have. That's a big play right there for North Knox as well as Linton. But it's certainly a long way for North Knox to go as well.
Well, I tell you what, though, it's good for momentum for the Warriors to know that they stopped them, especially after what happened that first drive. And Linton just did whatever they wanted. Warriors have it. 1st and 10 at their 9. Here's the ball to Dodds. Hoban Dodds outside. He's inside 10-yard line to the 15. He'll go down about to the 18-yard line. Good run. He turned back and got some good yardage. Turned back and got some good yardage that time. By the way, Cole Richter is on the bench in this series.
Yeah, well, I was telling you, Tom.
So that'll be running down the clock. I don't think they'll have another play in the first period of play. So the Warriors will go through period number 1. They lead it by a 13-7 score. We're back after this 1-minute break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
A well-known Bicknell dentist is back and ready to serve you. Dr. Stephen K. Williams is accepting new and return patients at his office on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Dr. Williams wants to help you have your best smile. With decades of experience, he will help you just like he's helped me. I'm proud to call Dr. Stephen Williams my dentist and hope you will too. Dr. Stephen Williams back in Bicknell and waiting to serve you. Call 812-735-2020.
You still have time to apply and enroll at Ivy Tech Community College. Classes start October 28th, and there are scholarships available to help you pay for school. Ivy Tech can help you earn your degree and start an in-demand career in 2 years or less. You can also save thousands towards a bachelor's degree by transferring your credits. Apply online at ivytech.edu/apply now, or stop by Ivy Tech Terre Haute at 8000 South Education Drive.
Wait a second. North Knox will have the football now, 2nd down and 1. Nice run by Holtman Dodds, Ed, as he was able to make a cut against the grain and get some good yardage, out for 9 yards.
Yeah, one thing about this first quarter, Tom, no turnovers for either team.
Yeah.
And Quest is our turnover sponsor, and anytime you have a turnover your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest.
Head off Rhett Sharon. He's going to get hit that time. He's going to go right into the middle of the line. I don't think he got much at all. I don't think he got the first down. Now, Cole Richter is standing up. Rhett Sharon is in for Richter right now, so the sophomore is taking over at running back. He didn't get a whole lot of anything. It'll be 3rd down and 1. So we will see if Cole Richter will return. He is not sitting on the bench. Rhett Sharon is still in there for the Warriors. So the sophomore running back to back up to Cole Richter. Here's Reese. Hamelman hands it off outside. It's going to be Dodds. Holtman's got it to the 20. He'll get hit and brought down at the 22. Got the first down. 5th first down for the Warriors. And then I think we're going to see a lot more of Holtman Dodds if Cole Richter is out of the game for any amount of time at all. So we shall see what happens here. But Holtman Dodds. Here's the thing. You talk about Richter. He went off under his own power. I'm looking for him on the sideline. I don't know if I see him.
It looked like it was something in his neck area. I don't know.
So we'll find out what happens. Red Sharon going in. It's going to be Reese Hamelman up the middle. He's going to pull forward. And he gets it down to the 25, so he gained about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Well, I tell you what, if Richter doesn't come back, boy, that's a...
Yeah, I know. It could be
Luke Brocksmith back in.
Yeah, Levi.
Or Levi, thank you. Levi Brocksmith back in. And going out for the Warriors this time would be Blake Long. So 2nd down and about 8. But Cole Richter has been a lot of the North Knox running game so far. Now they're going to spread out. They're going to spread out with 2 wide receivers to the right.
Or left.
Or actually to their left, yep. Sharon back there beside Reese Hamelman, back to throw. He's going to look, he's going to fire it outside. Caught that time by Zach Boyles, 30-yard line, 35-40, down the sideline and out of bounds at midfield. Zach Boyles has become a very good little dump-off receiver at that time. They got him outside. He got some really good yardage. There's a flag down at the 41. We'll see what this flag's all about. Flag down at the 41.
Looks like it's against North Knox.
We'll find out right now as the referee comes over.
Holding.
So they're going to come over. We'll find out right now. Is that the end of the play? So it'll be replay 2nd down. Let's see where they put it back to. It may be 2nd and short. Going to mark it off to the 30-yard line, to actually the 31, so it'll be 2nd down now at about 2. So mark off the first down. The Warriors will have it 2nd and short. They got it 2nd and 2.
It was a well-conceived play. He was wide open, and it's just unfortunate that it knocked out a bunch of yards.
Yeah, I saw it over there right now. They're still working on Cole Richter on the North Knox sideline on the bench. 2nd down and 2. Here's Reese Hamelman. Hands it off up the middle. It's going to go Sharon. Rhett going to go forward, and he's very near the first down. He may be just short. Depends on the spot.
I think he got it, yeah.
So they will give him the first down. So that is the 6th first down for the Warriors. And a lot of play now is going to be on that sophomore shoulders if Cole Richter is out for any amount of time.
Well, I don't think he's coming back in, Tom. I don't think he's taking his equipment off.
And they're working with him right now. He's sitting shirtless on the North Knox bench, and they look like they are working on their neck and shoulder area.
Yeah.
Reese Hamelman 1st and 10. The football sitting up now at the 34. Reese keeps it. He'll roll out. He's going to look forward. Got some yardage. He cuts against the grain. He'll go past the 35 down to about the 37. So got about 3, maybe 4.
Good run by Reese.
So Reese Hamelman actually got it all the way up to the 39. So he got a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5. It's a nice run by Reese Hamelman. Everybody else, it looks like, is going to have to pull together with Cole Richter out of the lineup.
Yeah, I would say this is a real good opportunity here to see kind of North Knox, how they can respond to their number one runner being on the sidelines.
So 2nd down for the Warriors and 5, Reese Hamelman. Going back to throw. He looks, he fires. Nice block. That time caught. At Zach Boyle's 50-yard line. Out of bounds he goes at the 46 of Linton and a first down. They've done a really nice job of using that short pass to Zach Boyles, who has become, in the last few weeks, a very, very good receiver.
Well, I think you're seeing a timeout here. Stop of the clock. I don't know who called it. Timeout, Linton.
So the Miners are going to talk it over, and the North Knox Warriors moving. They lead at 13-7 with 8:20 left to go in the first half of play. Back in 30 seconds. This is North Knox Warrior football on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
8 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in the half. And Ed, North Knox Lester lead runner Cole Richter, and they're making him having to diversify their offense. And so far, they're doing a pretty good job of it.
Yeah, I think that's they've got the linemen to give him some protection and some opening, some holes farther down from the line of scrimmage. They're doing a nice job of letting, and Reese Hamelman's making good decisions.
Yeah, Hamelman, by the way, I think Rhett Sharon, who made a key block that allowed him to get the ball to Zach Boyles. So a nice block by the sophomore to get that going. Warriors have it down to 46. We'll see how Linton will regroup. North Knox up 13-7. They've got it in Linton territory, 1st and 10 at the 46. Reese Hamelman. Hamelman hands it off Sharon, right up the middle, going to get hit that time. It'll go back about a yard.
Yeah, he made a yard, I think.
This is where you have a kid with a little bit less experience trying to do what Cole Richter has done, and that is making it tough. But now it's up to Rhett Sharon to try to make good. I mean, he's got talent. We've seen it. He's got speed. It's just a matter of getting him the experience.
You have to go in this situation, get your legs under you, don't make any mistakes. Just do the good, sound, fundamental things. The players are there to make the plays.
2nd down and 9. The Warriors have it at the 45. Here's Reese. Hamelman, 2nd down. Rhett Sharon beside him. Back to throw. Looks, fires it outside. It's incomplete.
Yeah, just not a good throw. Threw it behind him.
Went for Holtman Dodes that time about to 41. And as you mentioned, just not a great throw. 3rd down and 9. So now the Warriors may be forced now to go to a pass play, whether it be short or intermediate. See what they do here. 3rd down and 9. Football on the Linton 45. Depending on what they get here, Ed, if they get any kind of yardage at all, it may be a makeable 4th down situation. We'll see. 3rd down for the Warriors now. 2-man right. 1 left. 3 wide receivers for the Warriors. Here's Hamelman steps, fires downfield, incomplete.
Bad throw.
Look for Holtman Dodds and threw it wide of him about the 38-yard line. If he catches that ball, I think he's got a first down.
Yeah, it was behind him and over his head, Tom.
So the Warriors going to kick it away.
Yeah, just not a good throw. Well, North Knox has shown defensively, Tom, that they were able to stop Linton. So I think putting Linton back deep is probably the right thing. Let your defense make the plays.
First punt for either team this time. Troy Nolan has a 40-yard average. He's really upped his average the last couple of weeks. Gets a good snap. He's going to kick it away, and he got a good low kick. He's going to bounce and take a roll sideways inside the 15 down about the 11.
Yeah, nice job there. Nice kick. Good coverage by North Knox.
So at the 11-yard line, that's where the Miners will have a nice kick by Troy Nolan.
Yeah, it's going to be close there to about the 12, I think.
So he kicked the ball away from the 45, I believe. So about a 33-yard kick, but inside the 15 down to about the 12. So we'll see if North Knox can hold on here. We haven't seen a lot of passing out of Trey Goodman. Let's see if he doesn't start to rear up and throw here with North Knox up 13-7. 7:18 left to go in the first half. Goodman going to hand it off up to Lennon. Not that time. He's going to get knocked down at the 10-yard line. Boy, he lost yardage.
Yeah, lost about 2, maybe. About 1, I think.
That was a great play by Ethan Haig. Boy, he really stuffed that thing. A loss of 1, as you mentioned, 2nd and 11. We put it down at the 11. So Warriors, after really kind of getting their depth in this game, have really started to come on defensively the last couple of series. 2nd and 11. Goodman. Back to throw, rolls left. He's going to look to throw. He fires it downfield, caught that time, and and Dyer got it at the 20-yard line. He's going to be just short of the first down by 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Nice tackle by the Warriors. No yards after catch. It'd be 3rd down and a short 2. 3rd down and a short 2. 6:21 left to go here in the first half of play. Goodman. 3rd down and 2. Man in motion, Cash Howard coming across left. Goodman. Now they're going to reset their play. Cash Howard set out left and a wide receiver also right. Here's Goodman. Hands it off up the middle, and it's going to be Lannon, and it's going to be close.
He got it, I think, yeah.
Depends on the spot of the ball. It looks like he did get it. So 1st down, but not by a lot. 6 first down for the Miners. So, you know what, Ed? I tell you what, this is turned into a really, really high-quality football game so far.
Well, North Knox is playing. They're certainly playing the outside game much better than they did last week.
Goodman back to throw. He's going to throw it outside, long downfield, and it is incomplete. Let's see if we get an interference call. They do.
Yeah, there was no doubt about that.
Yeah, Levi Brocksmith. Yeah, that was absolutely the right call.
Yeah, North Knox couldn't get the pressure on him, and he let it go early, and they just.
That was a little timing pattern down the left side, and Brocksmith had decent coverage, but he just got a hold of it.
Well, the only thing he could have done was what he did, because he was beat bad.
So that'll be the 4th penalty on the Warriors now. That'll be for 45 yards. So the ball will be out at the 39-yard line of Linton, so we'll have it there 1st and 10. Trey Goodman completed about 56% of his passes this year, so we'll see what he does here. Goodman. Back to throw, pitches it outside. Now it's going to be Lannon. Lannon gets hit, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 39-yard line. No gain on that one. 2nd down and 10. You mentioned Ed, North Knox doing a better job on the outside. They showed it there. Ethan Haig came over and really helped, and Dylan Wolf also there.
Yeah, nice pursuit. Went to the short side of the field. I was a little surprised with that, but.
Well, they give him a gain of 1. That's about it. 40-yard line. 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9. Goodman for Linton. 5:36 left to go in the half. Warriors up 13-7. Man in motion, Howard. Back to throw. Goodman rolls left. Set. Fires it downfield long, and it is going to be caught down into the 25-yard line. Actually, the 26. He got Ethan Dyer that time in a really nice throw. That'll be the 7th first down for the Miners.
24 yards, Tom. They're really going deep against North Knox. North Knox just isn't able to get back and cover the speed that Linton's able to produce.
Ball to North Knox 28, 1st and 10. So the Miners have been stopped on the ground. They've been going to the air rather successfully now. Here's Goodman.
We need a Linton turnover here.
And he got one. He's going to fall on the ball down at the 39. So he lost about 8 yards that time and a down to boot. 2nd down.
Yeah,
Not a good snap.
No, it wasn't. They needed that, though, to get him back a little bit.
That ball's going to go back to the 39.
Yeah, that's going to be about
that's about a 10-yard loss, isn't it?
Yeah.
2nd down and 20, I believe. First down's at the 20, at the 19. So, yeah, it'll be at the 36. It'll be 2nd down at 17.
North Knox down. Put some pressure. Get across. Pressure.
Here's Goodman back to throw. They're going to get some pressure. He throws it outside. Caught. And I'm in the middle by Dyer. Actually by Lannon. He's going to try to direct traffic. And he gets the first down down the sideline to the 10, to the 5. And did he get into the end zone? He did. Touchdown. So a 37-yard touchdown pass. That time to Luke Lannon, his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, it was a screen pass, and Linton did a good job. North Knox didn't recognize it, and then they had a chance to tackle him after about 10-yard gain, but they just missed the tackle, just couldn't complete it.
So with 4.5 minutes left to go in the 2nd quarter, Linton will try to take the lead here. It's tied at 13. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and the kick looks good. It is. So Jace Etmore with the extra point in, and North Knox back down by 1 again at 14 to 13.
Yeah, now they've got to go back on offense again without Cole Richter, and he's still sitting down there, or he's not sitting on the bench any longer. So he's probably I didn't see if he went in maybe to get dressed or not. I'm not sure.
Well, he got his shirt back on. His uniform is still sitting on the, actually, that's not his uniform. There it is. It's on the ground with the shoulder pads still in it. So his uniform is still sitting there with the shoulder pads in it. So we'll see. But again, Richter took, as you mentioned, a stinger, it looks like. And so we'll see what his status is. You mentioned earlier he may not be back. He has not come back yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. The way it looked, it didn't look to be serious or anything, but just something that would incapacitate him.
That's going to be a low kick on the run, 20-yard line, 25, 30 outside, gets past 40-yard line, 45, and out of bounds at the 48-yard line, and a nice run back in Matt Urbane. Went down, and he was holding his thigh.
His calf.
Or his calf. Yeah, it was his thigh, it looked like.
Yeah. It looks like.
So we'll see if he's okay. He got a pretty good hit. Now he's limping. He got out to the 49-yard line. So they already lost Cole Richter, and now then Matt Urbane is going to go down.
May have been a cramp. I couldn't tell.
Well, they're looking at it right now like it is.
Yeah. But we'll see here, Tom. Great field position for North Knox. Now let's see what they can do with it.
He may have taken a hit on that knee, or not the knee, but on the thigh. So we'll see if he comes back.
I think he's all right there.
Here's Reese Hamelman. And Rhett Sharon is back. He's going to hand off to Rhett. Up the middle, got some yardage, 50-yard line, and goes to the 49. And he got him 2 yards from the Linton North Knox 49 to the Linton 49. But I tell you, he came very, very close to breaking that play. Rhett Sharon came very close to getting that play. Actually, give him a gain of 3, 2nd and 7 at the 48. But, Ed, I looked at that, and he was just one step away from breaking that.
Well, he's, as you say, he's a big player. He's fast. He can do some things. He's just got to get used to the timing here playing at this
it's the experience
place in the game.
Yep, the experience, definitely. 2nd down and 7 from Linton's side. Here's Reese, back to throw, looks, he's going to get pressured. He fires it downfield, and it's incomplete, or is it? It's almost intercepted.
It's a good thing it looked like North Knox was playing defense on the pass, because Linton had an easy interception right there, and that was a great job. I couldn't tell whether it was Dodds, I think.
No, it was Troy Nolan down there, and Cash Howard had a chance to intercept the ball, but I tell you, Nolan knocked it away and almost got it himself.
He saved an interception as well.
Yeah, he almost got a reception as well. That ball knocked away, and he almost got it himself. He tipped it to himself almost. 2nd down, making a 3rd down and 8. It was going toward Cash Howard, but Nolan did a great job of coming in the middle, tipping it, and almost brought it down. 3rd down and 8.
Well, Knox trying to go for a little too much at one time.
2 wide receivers out right. Rhett Sherrod on the right side of Reese. Hamelman back to throw. He looks, he fires it outside. It's going to be incomplete.
Yeah,
Tried to go Levi Brocksmith. The ball high, and a nice hit that time to end it up by the Linton Miners, and Trevor Dyer got there to make the play. So the Warriors will be forced to kick it away from the Linton 48.
Yeah, we had last 4 passes. Reese has had quite a bit of trouble completing them, and part of that is due to Linton, of course, but some of the passes have been a little bit off target.
Last time Linton made an 89-yard drive for a touchdown, and we'll see what happens. They may have to do it again. We'll find out. It'll be a kick, a nice rugby-style kick. It's going to go all the way back. Fair catch down to 14. So they'll have an 86 yards to go. Cash Howard making the fair catch. And I tell you what, man, he didn't look real confident with that one either.
No, they got it in really big chunks last time Linton did, and now we can see if North Knox is going to have to be ready for likely Linton's going to be throwing the ball again.
I tell you what, that was a rugby-style kick out of
it was really,
a nice one.
It was very good.
3:40 left to go in the first half of play. Ball to 15-yard line, and Linton will have it 1st and 10. Trey Goodman.
Just don't give up the big pass here.
Goodman hands it off on the inside, and it's going to go to Lannon. Look, Lannon gets away. He's going to go to the 40-yard line. He's down the sideline. North Knox chasing. They'll catch him. Out of bounds it goes at the 35 of North Knox.
Just missed the tackle after about a 6-yard gain, and just didn't work very good, Tom.
So at the 35-yard line, Luke Lannon gets it. Again, it's
50-yard run.
So Linton will have it at the North Knox 35. It'll be 1st and 10. They lead it by a 14-13 score. Here in the second quarter, 3:22 left to go.
Just lucky North Knox was able to run him down.
Again, the big story, Cole Richter out with what looks like a neck stinger. Outside Goodman, he'll throw it downfield, caught, and hit at the first down marker, and they'll get the first down.
10.
Got about 11. Actually, they did get 10. You're right on it at the 25-yard line. So the pass play completed that time to Clayton Hauser.
Well, North Knox is just having trouble now, getting any kind of pressure on Goodman, and the receivers are doing a good job against the North Knox defense.
25-yard line first, actually 2nd and 1. They called it short. Here's Goodman. Fakes. He'll throw it downfield long, and it's caught. Or is it incomplete?
No, incomplete.
Very close to being caught in the end zone that time, and they went for his receiver that time. Devin Robinson had just off of his hands. It'll be 3rd and 1. And that basically was a free play. So he took advantage of it, took a poke for the end zone, and just came up short. Robertson did a good job of separating from his receiver. He had about maybe about 6 inches, and that was enough, but he couldn't bring it down.
North Knox was just hoping the ball was off mark because the defender just couldn't see where the ball was. He was just trying to catch up to the receiver.
3rd down and 1. Here's Goodman. He'll keep it himself. He'll go up the middle. He's got some yardage to the 10, to the 5, down to the 4.
Yeah.
So Trey Goodman gets it down to put it down at the 4-yard line. So in the red zone again, the Linton Miners. They're 2 for 2 in there, and they've got a ball down inside the North Knox. Actually down to the 5-yard line is where they'll put it down. It'll be 1st and goal. So 9th first down for Linton.
Yeah, 20-yard run for Goodman.
So here's Trey Goodman. Goodman fumbles the football. Did the Warriors get it? No, they didn't, but Goodman down at the 16-yard line. That's the second bad snap out of the Linton Miners, Ed. Could it be that they're hearing footsteps of that big front line of the Warriors?
Well, I'll tell you this. I bet the center's hearing footsteps.
Ball all the way back to the 21. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. Actually, correction to 16. So that was a loss of 11, or 15, loss of 10. So 2nd and goal to 15, loss of 10. Here's Goodman. Trey rolls out right. Got time. He looks to throw. He fires it toward the end zone. It's caught.
Easy.
Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Cash Howard gets it, and they're going to put it down at, let's see where they put it down. He caught it at the 1.
It's right at about the half-yard line, Tom.
So it'll be 3rd and goal from there. Yep, he's going to be closer than that. He's about 6 inches away. 3rd down and goal from about the 6-inch line.
Goodman, I'd have him keep it. If he's able to get a decent reception from the center, he can keep it and make it easy.
He's going to come under center now quickly. He's going to sneak it. He's going to get hit, and I think he's short.
Yeah,
we'll find out.
He's in. Yeah.
Did he get in? He did. Touchdown. So Goodman with his first touchdown of the game. So that time, Ed, it was an 86-yard drive for the Miners, and they didn't take a whole lot of time to do it. So the Linton Miners go in. They're up by a 20-13 score, and they'll try to go up by 8. 1:40 left to go here in the first half of play.
Good.
And he put it up and good. So an 8-point lead. So the Linton Miners lead it now by a 21-13 score over the North Knox Warriors. 1:40 left to go in the first half of play. And so, Ed, North Knox will have to see, though, if they can be able to diversify their offense any more without Cole Richter in the lineup.
I think what has hurt them in the last series is Reese Hamelman's timing has been off just a little bit, and they weren't able to complete any of those passes, Tom, and that just put so much more pressure on the run game.
And the Warriors, and you mentioned it, Ed, and you're right, they've not been sure tacklers tonight. We've seen good tackling out of North Knox all season, but tonight there's been a lot of missed tackles.
There have been, and part of that is due to the hard running of the Linton. You know, Lanham and Dyer both are really hard runners.
So 21-13, Linton up. Now they've scored the last 2 times to go up by 8. 1:40 left to go in the half. They'll get it away. It'll be a bouncing ball down the middle, and it'll be picked up. Now the North Knox Warriors will fall on it at the 22-yard line. So it's kind of a squib kick.
Yeah.
And it's covered by Rhett Sharon.
Yeah, they've got 1:38 now, trailing 21-13. See if they can get down and get some points.
So for the Warriors, they will have the football. They will still keep it at the 23-yard line. And I think everybody's kind of looking at it like a hot potato. You know, you got it, you got it, you got it. And in the end, they just fell on it. Here's Reese Hamelman at the 23. 1st and 10. 73 yards behind his center. He's going to hand it off outside. Dotes Holtman gets inside, jump cut, and he's going to get hit and brought down.
Maybe a
yard, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see if they give him to the 25. Clock continuing to run. 1:27 left to go in the half. Linton will have the ball, by the way, beginning of the third period.
Well, North Knox, they may be content just to
run out
go
the
into
clock.
halftime, but
Gave a gain of 1, 2nd down and 9. So we'll see what North Knox will do here. Reese Hamelman on 2nd down and 9. Rhett Sharon still in there as the back. Holtman does the wing back. Zach Boyle's the fullback. Reese back to throw. Looking, stop, fires it out. Field caught. That's Troy Dolan, 35-yard line. He'll go down at the 38. First down Warriors. They have all their timeouts. They may take one here. 8th first down for North Knox. And there will be a timeout. So there will be a timeout taken. This will be a 30-second timeout under a minute left in the half. 50.4 seconds. Warriors trail 21-13. They're at their own 36 when we return. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football at 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
When you deposit your money at one of those ginormous banks with branches all across the country, your money goes all across the country. But at First Vincent Savings Bank, we are proud to say that our depositors' money is put to work right here at home. This is Ross Martin, loan officer at First Vincent Savings Bank, and I can tell you, there's no place like home. Invest in First Vincent Savings Bank, and you invest in local schools, businesses, and organizations. First Vincent Savings Bank, a real community bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
North Knox has the ball out at the 36-yard line, and Ed, they've had to adjust since they lost Cole Richter. But I tell you what, they have done a really nice job of doing that against a very, very quality team with the Linton Miners.
Yeah, I think they're doing a nice job. You're not going to replace somebody of the caliber of Cole Richter and what he brings to the team offensively, but you can come into the game and just play steady, not trying to do too much, but just don't make mistakes.
Ball on the right hash mark. Warriors on the short right side of the field. 1st and 10 at their own 36. 50 seconds left in the half. Here's Reese. Hamelman back to throw. He looks at top. He fires over the middle and complete. Trying to go for Brocksmith that time. It didn't. It was just dropped.
Pass was a little bit off, a little bit behind him, but was a catchable ball.
Yeah, I thought so too. I think Brocksmith expected it in one place and it came in the other. Second down.
Yeah, he was going from the left to the right, and the pass was kind of going from the right to the left.
Yeah, and they kind of missed signals on the way by.
Yes.
Second down now. 45 and a half seconds left to go. Warriors have it at their own 36, 2nd and 10. So, Brett Sharon getting some instructions from Reese Hamelman, this time over to his left. Wide receivers, 2 of them out to the left side as well.
Blitz this time. Good
pickup. Going back to throw, play action, throws it right, caught that time, and down the sideline, out of bounds goes Zach Boyles at the 45.
He went out short of the first down, though.
Very close, but he got out of bounds with 39 seconds left in the half.
Ended up gaining about 8 yards.
39.1 seconds left to go, and Zach Boyles actually got 7 on that one. Zach Boyles has become a very, very quality receiver for this team in the last few weeks. That's another dimension that North Knox has, and Zach Boyles, again, with some time left, he's only a junior.
Yeah, he got another class right in 2 seconds.
I tell you, he's a junior. I don't know why I thought he was a sophomore. I've known the kid for a long time. Second down and actually 3rd and 3, make that. Football sitting up at the 43-yard line of North Knox. 3rd down and 3. Wide receivers 2 out left. Here's Reese. Hamelman back to throw. Going to throw it downfield, and it is incomplete.
He just threw it over everybody there.
Yeah, he threw it away. He had Troy Nolan had about 2 players on him.
So
they stretched the field, 4th down.
Yeah,
they'll punt it away.
I would hope so. Here, you don't want, just make sure you don't punt it to them. We'll give them a chance for a return.
Exactly. 33.4 seconds left in the half. 21-13 Linton. What has been a very well played first half in these two teams. North Knox has had to improvise. They've done a pretty decent job of it so far. Here's Troy Nolan. Gets the football and kicks it off. That one, not a real good kick.
Not at all. May not have been.
I think, honestly, they're trying to keep him from running out where he could do his rugby kick, and so he just hit it quickly and did not get a real good kick out of it.
No, I'll tell you what, it's really going to be a terrible kick.
Yeah.
It's about a 15-yard kick.
So I'll put it down at the Linton 45. They'll have it with 26.7 seconds left to go. They still got 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
Warriors do as well.
They've got time to score here with how they've been
the way they've been moving the football, especially through the air. Yeah, Trey Goodman.
They have got to get some pressure on Goodman and not let him stand back there and throw like he's been.
Tight formation, wide receivers out both sides. He'll throw it downfield. It's incomplete. He threw it away.
Good pressure that time coming up the middle.
Threw it away that time. Holtman Dodes had the coverage and good coverage that time on Devin Robertson.
The most important part of that was the pressure that got put on him from North Knox, number 50, Tom. He's, Ethan Haig. He got in there, and Goodman had to throw it before he wanted to.
Yeah, threw it high. Good coverage upfield as well by Holtman Dodes. 2nd down and 10. Here's Goodman. Again, tight formation. He'll go back to throw. This time he's got some time. Throws it outside, and it's caught. Did he get out of bounds? He did, I think.
Control. Did he? Yeah, I guess they gave
North
it to
Knox
him.
at 48. Yeah, it looked like he's juggling it. So it's going to be 3rd down about 3.
Did
he call it inbounds? Timeout by Linton. We'll keep it here. 11 seconds left to go. It's going to be 3rd down. They did get it about 7 yards on it, though. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. 11 seconds left to go in the half, Ed. 21-13, Linton leading it. The big story right now, though, North Knox has lost their top runner in Cole Richter, who has been a big part of their offense. But the story is North Knox has had to improvise, and for the most part, they've done a pretty decent job of it.
I'd say a very good job. I think Reese Hamelman has taken a little bit more on his shoulders of being able to move the team with the pass.
So 3rd down and 3. The ball will be sitting up at the 49-yard line. Now the Miners, here's a question for them. Do they gamble here because they've got the ball starting period 3?
I think they're going to at least have, with the amount of time, I think they've got a chance for 2 plays.
Okay.
I think they're going to, at least, you're going to see them move the ball toward the sideline.
You think they stretch the field down that sideline, maybe 10, 20-yard line.
And so they've got two chances.
You could throw it like maybe 20, 25 yards downfield, maybe what's about to 20 to 15.
But you got to get out of bounds. If you don't, it's done.
That's going to be the end of the half.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll have to see now how North Knox will respond. It's kind of a chess match with muscles right now, Ed.
North Knox, I think if they can get across and get pressure on Goodman, he's going to have to take some time. Now, they were effective with the screen earlier. But
that one to Lannon,
Yeah. So we'll see what happens this time.
A 50-yard gain on one of those. Going to go back to throw Goodman. He's going to get pressured. He's going to look downfield, throw it long downfield, and it is incomplete. Nice coverage.
Good defense that time by North Knox.
Reese Hamilman was there along with Holtman Doze. They were looking right down the middle of the field for Lance Dyer. 4.8 seconds left to go, and they've got one more shot at it on fourth down.
Yeah, I think so. And it was nice pressure that time. North Knox defensive line got in there, and Goodman again had to throw it just a bit sooner than he wanted to.
Yeah, Reese Hamilman, he may have tipped that ball.
I think
I'm not sure.
Did, Tom. I think without him being there, it would have been a completion.
So fourth down now. Fourth down, ball at the North Knox 48. You got to get it to the 45 for a first down. They got 4.8 seconds left in the half. One more shot at it. Here's Goodman. Back to throw. Rolls left. He's going to look to throw. He fires it downfield, incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete.
That's the end of the half. So they used up the rest of the time in the half. We are at halftime, and to score, Linton leading at 21-13 over the North Knox Warriors. Stay tuned. The First Vincent Savings Bank halftime report coming up after this 2-minute break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior football right here on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamilman of Hamilman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamilman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Hey, it's John Yoakum here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. This month, we want you to be able to drive home in the newer pre-owned vehicle that you have been looking at. Good credit, bad credit, or no credit, we have you covered with the best finance department in the area. We strive for 100% approval with little or no money down to get you in a reliable vehicle for a payment that you can afford. Don't go anywhere else. Come see us today and put us to the test. That's Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram just off Hart Street next to Kohl's and Vincent's.
Have a shoulder or knee bothering you? Hurting when you exercise or participate in sports? Painful when you're on the job or working around the house? Many shoulder and knee problems are treated with simple rehab. But when surgery is necessary, Dr. Terry Fenwick provides the latest outpatient arthroscopic techniques to reduce pain and recovery time so you can return to your work and activities faster. Don't let shoulder or knee pain get you down any longer. See Dr. Fenwick, a leader in sports medicine. Get answers, get results, get Quest Orthopedics on Willow Street in Vincennes.
Farming is a tough business that requires tough equipment. That goes for your irrigation system as well, which is why an irrigation system from Ileana Irrigation, your local Rainke dealer, is built to be durable and reliable. High-strength steel, superior engineering, and an industry-leading 10-year warranty on gearboxes. That is what a Rainke irrigation system is made of. Give the irrigation professionals at Ileana Irrigation a call today to find out just how tough they really are. Rainke, more right than rain. And Ileana Irrigation, your local irrigation experts.
I thought you'd be going down and getting us something to drink.
Back once again as we continue here. The North Knox Warriors right now trailing 21-13. One touchdown lead for the Linton Miners. You're listening to the First Vincent Savings Bank halftime report presented by First Vincent Savings Bank. Now more convenient for you. First Vincent Savings Bank with two locations on 6th Street and on Kimmel Road in Vincennes. And let's just go ahead before we get to the team rundown here. I just wanted to say North Knox has had, they've had to now make some adjustments in this game. And even though they trail 21-13 for the most part, they have looked a lot better, especially offensively, in making those adjustments.
I think they've adjusted in balancing out their attack, Tom. They've used the pass at very opportune times, and when Reese Hamilman, I think as he gets more experience in that, he will become more effective, and he'll learn to get his feet properly set before he makes the throw.
And the North Knox Warriors again trailed 21-13 at halftime. They were up 13-6 when Linton scored a couple of touchdowns to take the lead. at halftime. Let's take a look at how they scored them. North Knox got on the board first. Their opening drive, they went right down the field. Reese Hamelman made a 3-yard run into the end zone. Extra point unsuccessful. They made it 6-0. And then Linton went right down at about 3 or 4 plays. They were able to go about 60 yards or so, and Luke Lannon finished it off with a 5-yard run. I tell you, Linton on that series looked very, very impressive.
Well, a little over a minute, wasn't it?
Yeah, about 1 minute. 1 minute and 1 second. He scored at 6:52. The extra point good, made it 7-6. But then North Knox got the lead, and Holtman Dodds had made an absolutely spectacular catch and was able to beat his defender to the end zone. A 40-yard touchdown pass from Reese Hamelman.
Yeah, I think that's Holtman Dodds is the one that's got to really step up in this second half, and he did in the second quarter, and just doing a lot more, both catching the ball and running the ball.
Then the Linton Miners came back and took the lead with Luke Lennon on a 37-yard pass play from Trey Goodman, and the extra point was successful. That made it 14-13, and then the Linton Miners took the lead with 1:40 left to go in the second quarter. Actually extended that lead with a 1-yard run by Trey Goodman at the end of the first half of play with 1:40 left to go. Kick was extra. Point was good and made it 21-13. North Knox so far 8 first downs to 9 for Linton. That's been very even. North Knox 1 for 1 in the red zone. The Linton Miners are 3 for 3. And we have not had any turnovers in this game, and penalties after an early bad start for both have kind of tampered down in the second quarter. North Knox 4 penalties, 45 yards. Linton also 4 penalties for 45 yards. Let's get the individual statistics in half number 1 from Ed Elliott.
Okay, Tom, first I'll go over the Linton Miners. Lance Dyer, he carried the ball 3 times for 31 yards. Cash Hayward, he carried the ball twice for 6 yards. Luke Lannon carried the ball 9 times, Tom. He was the leading rusher in the first half for Linton at 71 yards. Trey Goodman did really a nice job. He had a couple of sacks, of course, and the fumble recovery, but he still ended up 8 carries for 34 yards. And they had a total in that first half of 142 yards rushing. Now passing, I'll tell you, Goodman did really a nice job. He passed the ball, had 12 attempts, and 7 completions out of 12 for 122 yards. And so they had 122 yards passing, 142 yards rushing for 264 yards in the first half. North Knox, Tom, Cole Richter, when he was in there, he carried it 6 times for 27 yards. Holtman Dodds carried it 7 times for 25 yards. Rhett Sharon carried 4 times for 8 yards. Reese Hamelman carried 3 times for 16 yards. And passing, so that was a total of 76 yards rushing in the first half. Reese Hamelman completed 7 passes out of 13 for 106 yards. So North Knox, 76 yards rushing, 106 yards passing for 182 yards rushing and passing versus 264 for Linton.
So Linton with about 80 more yards, and that's turned out to be the difference in the scoreboard. Linton has scored 3 times. North Knox has scored twice. But one of the reasons, Ed, why Linton has had more yards is they had 2 really long drives, one of 89 yards and one of 84. And that's one reason why you see them with 80 more yards so far in total offense.
Well, Tom, what I think you see, too, is the reason that the score, we see Linton seem like they score so quick, but North Knox's time of possession, I'm sure they've had the ball a lot longer than has Linton. And that's the way that North Knox has been able to keep this game close to this point.
Well, Linton's had 9 first downs, North Knox with 8, as we mentioned. There's only been 1 fourth down conversion. That came from the Linton Miners. Technically, they gave it over on downs at the half. But, so they've had a couple of fourth down opportunities. They have not punted the ball yet. But, yet the North Knox Warriors right now, with no teams with turnovers, both teams moving the ball really well. North Knox having to do it in a different way than they wanted to. Again, I look at this game. Last week I saw the game was great theater between North Knox and Vincennes Lincoln. Tonight, I really see two teams who are playing each other relatively even. And for North Knox, that is a great thing because if they play them again in the sectional, that would give them some confidence.
Yeah, I think they've shown tonight that they are capable of playing with Linton. And I want to make a correction. Both quarterbacks completed 6 passes, and so North Knox has been able to throw the ball effectively. They've been able to run it effectively. Their special teams has done a nice job with it. So I think it's one of those things that the defensive secondary broke down a couple of times for North Knox, gave up some really big gains. Other than that, this game has been even.
Yeah, and the thing about, I think that if North Knox in the locker room, the one thing they have to do, and if they can do this, you can really see a great game in the second half, and that is they have to clean up their tackling. We saw a lot of times in the first half where North Knox has, missed tackles and turned, in one case, a 6-yard run into a 50-yard run.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right, and I think the coaches see that and they know that, and really the players know that too. They've just got to make that adjustment themselves.
About 11 minutes, maybe a little plus, to go here before we get into the third period of play. When we return, it'll be time for the Dr. Stephen Williams halftime adjustments, and we'll get you ready for the second half of play. We'll do that after this 1-minute break. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here, 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
A well-known Bicknell dentist is back and ready to serve you. Dr. Stephen K. Williams is accepting new and return patients at his office on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Dr. Williams wants to help you have your best smile. With decades of experience, he will help you just like he's helped me. I'm proud to call Dr. Stephen Williams my dentist and hope you will too. Dr. Stephen Williams back in Bicknell and waiting to serve you. Call 812-735-2020.
Times will continue to change, and life's pace may even increase. But Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home and Wampler Shaw Chapel continues to serve the community since 1830 with 2 locations. Both funeral homes are locally owned with services to meet the needs of families of all faiths in a caring, traditional way. Duesterberg Frederick Funeral Home at 6th and Vigo Street in Vincennes and Wampler Shaw Chapel, 118 Washington in Bicknell, proud to support our area youth sports programs.
Welcome back to North Knox High School, where the Warriors are trailing 21-13 at halftime with probably somewhere about 11 minutes left to go before we start in this second half. And it's time for the Dr. Stephen Williams halftime adjustments. If you need your smile adjusted, Dr. Stephen Williams is back and accepting new patients. Call Dr. Williams today at 812-735-2020. Tom, what are your halftime adjustments?
I think for the North Knox Warriors, it's going to be the adjustment's going to come down to a player. Not necessarily a thing, but a player. A lot of pressure right now is on the shoulders of a sophomore by the name of Rhett Sharon. If North Knox's Cole Richter can't come back into this game, and Rhett Sharon has got to step up his game, and he's got to step it up now. He's not played in a couple of games, and when he has played, he's done pretty well, but it's never been in pressure situations. Now he's in a pressure situation, and it's up to that young man to try to do his best to fill those shoes that Cole Richter. Like I said, he's kind of the understudy. North Knox has done this for the last decade, where they've had a featured running back and an understudy running back learning. Now the understudy is in the position where he's got to produce.
Well, and let me say also, as an adjustment that I would look at is North Knox needs to do something to get increased pressure on Goodman in passing situations. They've given him too much time. Now, late in the first half, they were able to get to him and forced him to throw a little quicker than he wanted to. So I think that adjusting their pass defense to where they get more pressure on Goodman is going to be a key to getting back into this game.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, I talked to one of the Linton assistants over here, and one thing he said that was rather interesting, he said that we've kind of shot ourselves in the foot, and at times they did. I mean, when you talk about penalties at the wrong time and 2 bad snaps in crucial situations as well.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. Those are the kind of things that you have in a game like this. And it's kind of like I told you, Tom, when you look at the situation, this is a good game for Linton.
Yeah.
Just to see that they're in a pressure situation where they're having to kind of fight a little bit harder. It's not coming quite as easy. And those are things that the center's trying to make that snap and get it there a little bit quicker, and something happens and he misses it. And it's just things that the closer, the tighter the ball game, the more it's going to teach you some things that you won't get when you have a blowout.
You know, when you talk about the center, I mean, how much of it is he's a little bit quick because he's looking across the line and he sees, 2 4-year starters and 310-pound Dylan Wolf and 320-pound Trevor Carre standing right over top of him.
Yeah, and he's got to make a block. I mean, the center is a key on so many plays in making the block, and that's a lot of pressure. And the size of North Knox's line is their linemen are as big as just about anybody in this part of the state, our size schools.
Yeah. Well, North Knox 4-2 on the season. Ed, next week, I mean, it's going to be 2 very interesting weeks for the Warriors after this because they go into North Davies next week. They'll play for the Southwest Conference Championship at Cougar Valley against a pretty good North Davies ball club. They play tonight against Rock Creek Academy. And then in week 9, they will take on an extremely struggling Washington team on senior night here at North Knox. That, and I think the draw coming up a week from Sunday, I think those are going to be very, very crucial to seeing what happens with this North Knox team.
Yeah, that's, you don't know. In the sectional, you could draw Mater Dei and then you would find yourself in really a tough road. But if you find somebody that you can really compete with and maybe beat, then gives you a chance for a couple of games and get your legs under you in the sectional, and there's no telling what could happen.
Well, you don't want Mater Dei in the Rights Bowl. I mean, I don't think anybody, even, Linton, I mean, they're second, probably number 2 in this sectional. They probably don't want Mater Dei in the Rights Bowl either.
Well, I wouldn't want Mater Dei anywhere. I wouldn't want them in the dark.
Well, we've seen them a couple of times here.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You talk about, the teams, so the other teams in this sectional, though. You talk about North Posey, you talk about South Spencer, you talk about Crawford County, a team we haven't seen yet. I think Perry Central, I'm not for sure. Don't hold me to that, but I think.
Well, I won't hold you to it because you're wrong.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, South Spencer.
That's never happened before.
South Spencer is, overall, they're 1-5. Forest Park is 3-3 overall. Crawford County is 1-5. Evansville Mater Dei has an equal record to North Knox, 4-2. Linton Stockton has the best record up to tonight, 5-1. Tell City is 4-2. North Posey is 2-4. So you've got about half the teams that have a winning record and half don't.
I tell you what, though, Ed, if you remember last year here, I know Tell City probably wants another shot at North Knox after that overtime loss the Warriors gave them a year ago.
Yeah, well, that's I wasn't here to witness that.
Oh, that's right, you weren't.
No, I wasn't. So, but even when you look at this ball game tonight, last year, and I didn't see this game either, but North Knox got drilled by Linton 42-6.
Yeah.
So I think that just tells you what the advance that North Knox, I think, has done a good job at kind of having a better team to put on the field this year.
There's a bit of a caveat to that. That game was played at Roy Williams Field, and Linton, I don't know what it is, but I mean, for the most part, not in every game, but for the most part, it's been absolutely unbelievable at home.
Well, your home field just gives you, I think, a little different level of confidence. And, of course, I don't care what field you play on. It's got to be the athletes. Coaches can do a lot of things to refine athletes, but if you don't have skilled players, I don't care whether you're, Woody Hayes or Urban Meyer or whoever you want to put out there, you're not going to win. And I think Linton has done a good job. They have a lot of good players, and those players are dedicated and working really hard. And I think the North Knox players, when you look at what they've done over the last few years, this group of 11 seniors has probably worked as hard as any group of kids you can think about to get them where they are today at a 4-2 record.
Well, I want to mention right now, by the way, North Knox has put 2 touchdowns on the board. That's another $40 for Champions Together. It's presented by your Real Community Bank, First Vincent Savings Bank, with 2 locations in Vincennes. And Ed, so far this year, North Knox has been piling up the money, probably somewhere now about $500 for Champions Together, because they've had a great year in touchdowns so far.
And let me also comment on the most important game that went on earlier this evening or late this afternoon, is the Atlanta Braves took the St. Louis Cardinals 3-0 in Atlanta. So that was an extremely important ball game. And
yeah. By the way, you heard that game on 97.7 WAOV, and so it's a series tied at 1-1.
Yeah.
And the Atlanta Braves had it where they wanted it against the St. Louis Cardinals in Game 1, but the Cardinals were able to hold on late and win it.
Well, I think the Cardinals thought they had it right where they wanted it in Game 2 with Flaherty pitching, but it didn't work out quite as good as they thought, and Foltynewicz did really a great job for the Braves tonight.
So once again, our Champions Together is the charity First Vincent Savings Bank to sponsor, and $40 more so far tonight for Champions Together from your Real Community Bank, First Vincent Savings Bank. Still waiting for some score updates, and while we do that, let's take a look at the other games going on presented by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge. Score big. Your next used car purchase at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge in Vincennes. Elsewhere in the Southwest Conference tonight, North Decatur at Eastern. That started at 7:30. That's due to the travel distance. Get North Decatur coming from southeast Indiana near Greensburg all the way to Eastern Green High School.
Yeah, they had to get a tour guide to get there.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Riverton Park at North Central. Rock Creek tonight. Again, another good trip from New Albany up to North Davies to Cougar Valley. And again, North Knox will head into Cougar Valley next week for Gate Week 8 against the North Davies Cougars in a game that will determine the winner of the Southwest Conference.
Yeah, that's a very important game regardless of the outcome of this.
Homecoming tonight at Vincennes Lincoln at Inman Field. They're taking on the Washington Hatchets. Again, we'll see Washington in Week 9. Boonville will be at Princeton, and then Saturday, another good trip, Mount Vernon at Scottsburg. PAC tonight, Gibson Southern at Pike Central, North Posey at Tell City, South Spencer at Forest Park, and Southridge at Heritage Hills. The second straight week that Heritage Hills is playing a big game in the jungle, and they're 1-for-1 in big games. They won 49-14 over Gibson Southern a week ago.
Yeah, that's Gibson Southern. They seem to have come on hard times lately.
Yeah, hard times. 1 loss on the year, I think. Or 2. I mean, they lost to Southport early. So they're 4-2. Yeah, it's real hard times. But anyway, at SIAC play tonight. Big game going on. Central at Memorial. Good game between those two. Memorial 6-0 right now. Central at 5-1. That game at Enloe Field.
Yeah, that's Evansville's always a lot of tough ball games down there.
Other games going on tonight. Bosse at Wrights Bowl taking on Mater Dei. Also Castle at Romaine Stadium taking on Harrison, and Wrights over at Bondurant Stadium tonight taking on the North Huskies.
I wonder if anybody runs a single wing anymore.
I don't know. Wrights used to do it, and I know Linton did it one time. North Knox, I think, did it one time.
Yeah.
But not for a real long time.
No, it was, it really was, it brings an interesting dimension to the game.
Tell you what though, I talked to some people, and the Wrights Panthers are having something that they very rarely have, Ed, and that is a rebuilding year. Not to mention the fact I think the football players are adjusting to the fact most of the attention at Wrights is going on to the gym instead of into the Wrights Bowl.
Well, what are they doing in the gym, Tam?
Well, there's a young man by the name of Christian Lander who is just a 5-star, unbelievable player. I got a chance to see him play last year, and when North Knox played him up there right after Christmas. And I tell you what, a lot of people are looking at this kid to be something really special. He's only a sophomore.
Did you give him any pointers?
I actually saw him for about 5 seconds in the hallway as I was leaving. I didn't get a chance to see him.
You did get a chance to give him the detail you would have wanted to.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, I think the kid's got enough on his plate already.
Yeah. Well, pretty well, the way things are going with California, he may be wanting to sign a contract in order to play this year.
Well, once again, the North Knox Warriors and Linton Miners about 1 minute and 10 seconds away from the third period. I said this last week against Lincoln. I'll say it again. This first drive is crucial for North Knox to get Linton off the field without scoring.
Yeah, I think you're right, Tom. It's, they need to keep contact in this game, and I think the one score, they know they can come up and run it and get 2. They can tie the ball game if they get a 2-point conversion after a score. So if they can stay in contact right there, they'll be in good shape.
Well, there's Cole Richter. He's dressed. So we'll see if he comes back at it. It looks like right now he's kind of adjusting his shoulder pads. I don't know. It looks like he's dressed in his full football regalia. So we'll see maybe if he don't come back.
Well, I don't know. It'd be really something. He looked like he was in pretty significant pain sitting there on the bench. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, he's standing there right now on the sideline,
no,
and
you're
he
right.
he is dressed and he's got his helmet, so we may see him again.
He's suiting up to ready to. Looks like he's going to be ready to get in there if he gets a chance.
But still, if you're Red Sharon, though, you have to be ready because he's not going to be anywhere near 100%.
No, I personally don't think I would. If he's hurting, if it's some kind of little neck strain or something of that nature, I'd probably I wouldn't play him.
I think precaution's a good thing here, especially if it's not a conference game. And again, you may see these guys again in the tournament.
Right.
So it'll be Troy Nolan kicking away for the Miners here to start the third period. The ball kicked right in the middle of the field. It'll go down to about the 10-yard line, 15, 20, 30, 40, up the middle of the field, and Luke Lannon going to go down at his own 45, and he really knifed through that time, but North Knox at a flag late.
2 flags coming in.
Was that a little extracurricular activity?
I don't know, but it'll
be interesting to see.
It could have been. There were 3 flags actually. So
let's see what this is all about. Referee coming over.
It was a big deal.
Referee coming over right now.
I'd say it's going to be against North Knox, probably a personal foul.
We'll find out right now. Yep. They're going to mark it off 15.
Man, that's a big one there.
Illegal helmet contact. 15-yard penalty. First down.
That'll move the ball to the North Knox 40.
Yeah, to 39.
39, actually 39-yard line. So first and 10 right there.
Just gives Linton a shot of adrenaline right here from.
So illegal helmet contact on the Warriors.
Yeah, short field for Linton.
So a good run back by Luke Lannon. North Knox able to stop him, but it wasn't until he was at his own 45 and he got 15 on the penalty. Man in motion. He's going to hand off inside. Howard, not that time. I tell you what, that was Bo Nolan, and he just bowled him over that time. They tried to give it to Cash Howard, and Cash Howard got cashed in that time by Bo Nolan.
Yeah, Cash Howard has had anytime he's gotten it, he's had a tough time.
Loss of 1, second and 11, at the 40. Second down and 11 at the 40. Howard in motion, back to throw Goodman. He'll throw it outside, caught down the middle, and not a lot of gain, but he got a little bit.
Well, 9
got
yards.
about 10, down to the 31.
We'll give it 10 yards.
So about just a little short. Gavin Robertson got that one. That'll be third down, and you're right, 10 yards. Third down and 1. Oh, third down, a long 1. 1 plus. Here's Goodman. That's a low snap. Goodman going to hold on to it. He's going to get hit. He's going to be brought down. He lost about 3 yards.
No, they're going to give him.
Did they give him forward progress?
-1. They gave him forward progress.
Well, I tell you what, Bo Nolan that time also, he lost 2. 4th down and 3. So 4th down and 3 now. The ball at the 31. So we'll have to see what they do here. Actually, it's good. 4th down and about 2.5.
Well, I'm not giving it to Cash Howard. I'm going to give it to Dyer or Lannon.
And a whistle. Well, we got dead ball offside. North Knox. That'll be the first down.
Mistake.
That's the 10th first down for Linton, and that'll move the ball down to the 26-yard line. So again, the Warriors, that's their second encroachment.
Yeah, big play too. They had him back on 4th down and
let him out of it. Goodman, outside right, going to roll. He's got some time, throws it downfield, tipped and incomplete, and intercepted. Warriors pick it off at the 11-yard line. The ball was tipped, and the interception made that time by the North Knox Warriors and Zach Boyles.
All right, Tom, that's a Quest turnover. And turn over your injury rehabilitation to Dr. Terry Fenwick at Quest Orthopedics. Get answers, get results, get Quest.
So the North Knox Warriors got the turnover. They get the ball out about the 13-yard line. That ball was tipped. A great catch by Zach Boyle.
Oh, it was, because he had to pick that up right off the top of the field.
Here comes Reese Hamelman to the line of scrimmage. So let's see if that picks up the Warriors. He stopped the initial thrust, and it will be Rhett Sharon starting at running back.
That reminded me of the Pittsburgh
immaculate reception.
Yes.
Yep. Here is the ball into Rhett. Sharon going to push through. He's got yardage, 20-yard line down to the 21. So he picked up about 6 or 7.
Oh, yeah, every bit of it. 7, I think.
So that time, Rhett Sharon looked a lot like Cole Richter that time. He got 8, second down and 2. That's a nice play by Rhett Sharon. And we talked about lifting his level. I hope this is a harbinger of things to come.
Well, Linton's got to be disappointed. They were down there, had great field position, and now North Knox is the momentum's turned.
Here we go. It's Reese Hamelman, second down and 2. Going to keep it himself. He's going to bump. He fumbled the ball. He fell on it at the 21, so no gain. Third down. So Reese Hamelman recovered his own fumble at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Third down and 3. Actually, maybe lost a half a yard, but not a whole lot to that. Third down and 3. He had the ball. He kind of ran into his own men. He had bumped. He tried to find some ground, and he fumbled the ball as he was trying to go forward.
I'm surprised North Knox doesn't go a little bit to the spread. They were effective in the first half by using the pass a little bit. Now they're going back.
So it will be third down and 3. Reese Hamelman again split out. Rhett Sharon actually split out this time. Back to throw. He looks. He fires the middle. It's caught. That time by Zach Boyles. Down he goes at the 38-yard line. So a slant-in pattern. And Zach Boyles' head has been a really, really good pass catcher for the Warriors. First down.
Yeah, 16-yard pass, Tom.
Holtman Dodge was a surprise package against Boonville. Looks like here Zach Boyles got a surprise package against Linton.
Well, it was a nice route, too. A good, crisp route. Linton just not covering it.
Reese Hamelman, 1st and 10. Warriors have it outside at the 37. Their own 37. Here's Reese. Hamelman, handoff Sharon. Rhett pushes forward. He's going to get forward to the 40. He got 3 on it. Second down and 7. Pushed his way forward, and I'm seeing a lot more confident running now to Rhett Sharon.
Well, I think he's had a chance, Tom, to realize that he can get hit. They're not any tougher than anybody else they've faced this year. So I think that's just a part of the maturation as you go through a ball game like this.
Cole Richter's still standing on the sideline, ready to go if needed. So far, right now, he hasn't been needed.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I don't not say he hasn't been wanted, but he hasn't been needed.
Right.
Second down and 7. Here's Reese. Hamelman back to throw. Looks, fires in the middle. It's going to be caught. Here's Boyles. Zach on the inside. He's going to go into Linton territory and go down about the 47-yard line of the Miners. 10th first down for the Warriors, and it looks like they found Zach Boyles.
Yeah, Tom, good 13-yard pass.
Ball is at the 46-yard line of Linton. Warriors trying to at least get within 2, and we'll find out if they have the chance to tie it possibly as well. 7:35 left to go, third period.
Well, I think if they score this time, I'm going for 2. That would be my opinion.
7:25 and clock stopped. Now it's moving. 7:22 left to go in the third.
So I think they'd come out of this wide formation and run it too. They would have an advantage.
That's what they're doing right now. Here's Hamelman, toss over the middle, incomplete.
Not a good pass there. Just
look for Blake Long, a little quick hitter out in the left flat that time, and he just wasn't ready for it. Second down. 2nd and 10. Went to Blake Long outside that time. It looked like Long wasn't really ready.
Well, he was stopped in between 2 of the defenders, Tom. He had to. If he'd have kept going farther, he'd have run right into a defender.
Second down at 10, Warriors. 7:12 left to go in the third. 21-13. North Knox has it in Linton territory. About to 46. They've had a couple of drives that stalled out here. Hoping it doesn't happen again. 2 wide receivers out right, 1 to the left. Here's Reese. Hamelman back to throw. Play action. Looks, he's going to run it forward. He's got some yardage. 45-yard line, 40. He's going to go out of bounds at the 37, and that's a late hit. He'll add 15 more.
I tell you what. I just don't understand how they could be that it's not very
It wasn't a smart play, yeah.
No, not at all. I mean.
So that one he was thrown
run.
out of bounds after a 12-yard gain, and then North Knox now will take another 15, I believe. We'll find out.
Yeah, I think a part of that is frustration.
Yeah, I thought it was a late hit to call a face mask instead. I think it could have got either or.
Yeah, either way. I mean, they were over there, had a takedown about 3 yards outside.
Ball at the 20-yard line, so the Warriors in the red zone now for the second time, Ed, and they've got a great chance to either come back close or tie this game.
Yeah, just play smart here and mix the game up like they're doing it. Some pass, some run.
Yep.
That time they got the pass run. But in the spread formation, it seems like Linton doesn't cover very well.
Tight formation this time, Warriors. Hand off Sharon. No, it's going to be, Rhett's going to take it. He's going to get about a yard, maybe 2, and that's it.
Yeah.
Second down and about 8. They ran it out of that tight formation that time, Ed, and
well, I think, you can, now the way Linton is, when they're in a tight formation, North Knox is in a tight formation, it's like Linton just packs it in. They do a great job of slanting their defensive line and just gives North Knox a lot of problems.
Gain of 1. That's a hard-fought 1-2. Second down and 9 from the 19. Here's Reese Hamelman. Reese going to hand it off to Oates. Holtman gets it outside. Not that time. He's going to get brought down at the 25. That tackle going to come off of Luke Lannon, and the fans wanted another flag, but they're not going to get it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong. He did fine. Ball's 27. Yeah, but it'll be third down. Yep, third down and about 14. So the Warriors have it back at the 26-yard line.
Yeah,
the thing is they got 2 downs to get this, Ed.
Yeah, but that's a lot to get, Tom.
Yeah.
In this part of the field.
Well, you're definitely limited. And Rhett Sharon beside.
They've
Reese
been very
Hamelman.
Successful running, even in this situation.
Well, we'll see what they do. Back to throw Reese. Hamelman going to step up, throw it over the middle, and he is incomplete. He had him right there at the goal line. Troy Nolan was wide open, and he just missed him.
Yeah, it was good protection by the offensive line, too.
Yeah, 4th and 15. They did Troy Nolan right at the goal line. He just missed him.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, at least they've got a situation here where they can go for it. I mean,
25-yard line.
Yeah, they've given Linton a lot better field position.
Yep.
Than before.
So, 4th down and 15. The ball's sitting at the 25. They got to get it to the 10. 5:33 left to go, third period. Warriors still trail it by 8, 21-13. Here's Reese.
Well, the inside's open again.
Split out both sides. Here's Reese Hamelman.
Slot.
Back
there
to
he's
throw.
Open again.
He fires it downfield, and it is. Is it caught or intercepted?
Intercepted.
It's going to be picked up by Cash Howard at the 4-yard line.
Yeah.
So an interception that time by Reese Hamelman, but still Linton back inside their own 5-yard line. They've had 2 long drives, Ed, one of 84 and one of 89. This time they're 96 yards away.
Yeah, Cash Howard hasn't had a good night tonight. If he'd have,
North Knox almost caught that ball. That one was disputed.
If he'd have thought about it for a minute, he might have tried to knock it down or drop it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But he did intercept it. So down to 4-yard line. Actually, I think he had to intercept it, Ed, because North Knox would have caught it otherwise.
Yeah.
So he had to. 1st and 10 at the 4-yard line. Back at his goal line is Goodman. Trey Goodman hands it off. Outside, it's going to be Lannon. He's going to give off a couple players, bounce off. 15-yard line. He'll go down to about the 18 and a flag down again. And a flag down again.
I'll tell you,
at
Tom,
the 18-yard line.
I thought that was just a bad call. I mean,
Zach Boyles made the tackle at the 18. And I tell you what, Josh Chambers is standing out on the field about the 20-yard line, and he's giving the referee an earful.
Well, and I think he's right. I mean, that was just a...
They're going to call illegal helmet contact again.
That was just a bad call.
Six penalties, 75 yards for the Warriors, and that's the second illegal helmet contact they've called. That'll bring the ball out to about, we'll see where they put it down, at the 34-yard line. That's on the right hash mark at the 34. 5:17 left to go, third period. Linton still leading it, 21-13. Here's Goodman. So they're out to the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Here's Goodman.
pretty soon the official's going to want to play
back to throw. He'll fire it downfield, and it is going to be caught as the out of bounds he was.
Yeah, he was able to make up for his call.
So Holtman Dode's on the coverage. You were looking once again for Devin Robertson. He caught it out of bounds. Second down. Just a little bit not enough of an angle there, Ed. I think he had to be Pythagoras to put that ball in there.
Yeah.
Second down. 5:09 left to go in the third. 21-13. Warriors trail Linton by 8. On a picture-perfect night for football at Warrior Stadium. Goodman. Man in motion, Howard. He's going to give it on the inside.
Counter.
Not that time. Dyer goes down. And another flag down.
Penalty. It's going to be face mask time.
So Trevor Carre brought him down about to 34. So at the 35-yard line, Dylan Wolf made a tackle, and we'll get it right now.
Face mask. Defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
You got it right, Ed. That's exactly what they called.
Yeah, I mean, it was so obvious. It just unfortunate North Knox giving it to them in big chunks now. They're not.
49 of North Knox. So the tackle was made about 2 yards downfield by Dylan Wolf. So Goodman with it at the North Knox 49 thanks to 30 yards and penalties. Goodman throws it outside, caught the time, and dropped
down
by about a yard gain.
Yeah, no, just right about the line of scrimmage, I think, Tom.
Well, it depends on where they put the football. Ethan Haig, and now you're right. He put it right at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Thought maybe they have given forward progress of a yard, but the football went down right at the line of scrimmage. He's falling forward, trying to get that yard. He didn't give it to him. 2nd down. Nice tackle by the Warriors. I'm telling you what, this game, I've seen a lot of maturity from the Warriors in this, just in the matter of this game so far. Here's Goodman. Man in motion. He's going to give it outside Dyer. Dyer going to go forward. Got some yardage. He's going to go down at the 45, spin away. Get about 2 more yards. He got him at 7. It'll be 3rd down.
Do we have a flag, helmet contact again?
No, not this time, I don't think. Hold your breath. Actually, give him a gain of 6, 3rd and 4. North Knox doing a better job right now of keeping Lance Dyer under control. He's a 4-year starter as well, Ed. 3rd down and 4. Trey Goodman getting the call from the sideline. 3rd down, actually, maybe 3rd down and 5. They called 3rd down to short 5.
It's a different formation. They got trips to the left.
Let's see, Goodman going to hand it off on the inside. Landon, and he's going to get hit. He's going to be brought down. He's going to be brought down for a 2-yard loss. 4th down and 7 at the 45, and Ed Linton may be forced to punt. 3:26 left to go. 3rd period. Warriors still within 8 at 21-13.
Yeah, good job that time by North Knox, not letting the trick formation get them out of position.
So the punter for the Linton Miners who'll be punting for the first time is Jaden Miller, the sophomore.
North Knox.
He'll kick it away, and that's a low punt. It's going to bounce down, and they're going to let it go. Oh, it's going to bounce, and I think it went in the end zone.
Yes.
Well, I tell you what, that ball almost stopped inside the 5-yard line.
It's a good thing it hadn't rained for a few days.
Well, I tell you what, that ball looked like it was going to skid to a stop about the 5 or closer, but the Warriors get it at the 20.
That's one of those things on a golf course when it hadn't rained for all summer, and you get about another 20, 30-yard roll.
It's spoken like the PGA pro you are. So anyway.
yeah, pro
3 minutes.
Pro caddy, maybe.
3 minutes left to go in the third. 21-13. Warriors trailing by 8. 1st and 10, the ball at the 20-yard line. So the Warriors take advantage of that one. Really a nice punt. It, just like you said, got that extra roll. Reese Hamelman. Rhett Sharon's still back there. He's played better here in the second half. It looks like he's really finding his depth here.
Getting used to it.
Yep, absolutely. Here's Reese Hamelman. Hand off Sharon. Rhett going to push outside. He's got some yardage. He's going to go down at the 21.
About a yard.
Tried to push his blocking forward that time, Ed, but just lacking that little edge right now to get him that extra maybe 2 or 3 yards.
Well, Tom, I think he's doing exactly the right thing. He's following his blocks like he's supposed to, and it'll break loose for him once that block is completed.
2nd down and 9, ball at the 21. North Knox showing a passing attack here and has done pretty well so far in this game. 2nd down. Back to throw. He's firing it outside. That ball is caught that time by Doe. Tolman, 30-yard line. 35. He'll go out of bounds at the 39. First down for the Warriors, and a good pass that time to Holtman Dodes at 11 first down for the Warriors.
That was a good one, Tom. Nice pass. And
so the ball at the 39. The fans wanted a flag for a late hit, but not forthcoming. Not that time, yeah.
That was good.
That was a good play. 39-yard line, first down and 10.
Reese Hamelman probably having his best night.
Passing the football.
Passing and running as well. He's doing.
You remember what I said last week about Vincent's Lincoln out North Knoxing North Knox? In a sense, I think in this game, North Knox is out Lintoning Linton. They're still behind on the board, but boy, they're looking good right now in the balanced attack.
Well, when North Knox goes into this spread, I mean, they've got such an advantage at the line.
Hand off up the middle. It's going to be Sharon. Rhett, 45. He's going to get hit and brought down after a 7-yard gain. They had to leave that secondary guy there to stop Rhett Sharon, but Sharon got 7 on that one. 2nd and 3, the ball to 45.
That's what I was saying, Tom. When North Knox spreads out, Linton has got to spread out to cover them. And when they spread out and cover them, then North Knox, I think, has shown to have advantage with the offensive line, and they can open up some pretty good holes.
2nd down and 3. Warriors got it at their own 45. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman. Back to throw. Play action fake. Looks. He's going to roll forward. He's going to run. He's got the ball. He'll go down, and he got a first down at the 49-yard line. Reese Hamelman did a good job that time. That was not a design draw, Ed. That was just a scramble, and he got the first down.
No, I think that's what you do in those situations. You
making good decisions.
Yeah, if it's covered, something's got to be open.
Ball at the 49 of North Knox. They got it 1st and 10. Ed, though, they've had a lot of problems when they get into Linton territory between about the 50 and the 35, and that's something they've kind of got to get over.
Yeah, they're gaining confidence, I think, as a team with who's in there playing.
Reese Hamelman, 1st and 10 at the North Knox 49. Reese, man in motion, Dodes. He's going to keep it himself. This is a design run. He's going to push it 45 to the 44. That's about a 7-yard gain. That was a design quarterback draw.
Yeah, well, he's a good runner, Tom. He's big. He's strong.
8 yards on that one. 2nd out of 2. The ball setting up at the 42, 43-yard line. That's going to be 26 seconds left to go in the 3rd period. One of the better performances this year of the North Knox Warriors. 18 seconds left. They will get a playoff here in the 3rd before they switch ends. Reese. Wide receivers out. He's going to hand it up the middle. Sharon. Rhett going to get hit and brought down. May have got a yard. That's it. That's going to be the end of the 3rd period. Actually, they're going to lose
just about even, I think. It's just right.
That's the end of the 3rd period of play. Nobody scored in the 3rd. We go to the 4th. North Knox will have it. 3rd down and about 4. They trail 21-13. We're back after this 30-second break. You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football right here on 105.7 The Ride and WUZR.com.
Post frame buildings continue to pop up all over the area. And at Graver Post Buildings, they've been putting up buildings for over 40 years. Garages, pole barns, storage buildings, workshops, apartments, even indoor basketball courts, and some of the most attractive commercial buildings in the state. Every job is specific and unique to your wants and your needs. Graver Post also has packages for contractors and do-it-yourselfers. So for your next building or roofing project, call for a free quote at Graver Post, 800-264-5013.
Well, the last 12 minutes on the clock. Your last 12 minutes presented by Guardian Angel. Give Guardian Angel 12 minutes and let them show you why they're the healthcare angel you're looking for. Guardian Angel Home Healthcare and Personal Services on State Road 67 in Bicknell. Along with Ed Elliott, I'm Tom Lee. And Ed, right now, North Knox is played against a wonderfully good Linton team and has looked at him eye to eye and pretty much hasn't blinked.
No, this has been a good ball game, and when you think about it, North Knox's number 1 player has been out of the game for almost 3 quarters.
Scoreboard update quickly by Yoakum Chrysler Dodge and Vincennes. Lincoln leading 47-0 at halftime over Washington. 3rd down and 3. Here's Reese. Reese Hamelman for the Warriors. Back to throw. Looks, fires it outside. It's caught by and in dropped.
Yep, that was a good throw. Oh, we got
and
a flag
down. A flag comes in late.
Yes, this will be an interesting call.
We'll see what this is.
Yeah,
flag has come in late. There wasn't any pass interference. Somebody was near Dodes. He just dropped the ball. So we'll see what this is.
I can't see what he's.
Looks like it's against Linton. We'll see.
Oh, he said.
Well, we'll find out.
Pass interference, he said.
So let's see who they get on this one.
It's going to be against Linton.
I guess they're marking it off against the Miners.
Wait a minute. I can't tell.
I can't
see what in the world he was calling.
We'll find out right now.
It's against North Knox.
Yeah, they call against the Warriors.
Pass interference. Offense. 15-yard penalty. Replay, third down.
So they called that problem, I guess, against maybe an illegal pick. That's the only thing I could think of.
Yeah. I mean, that one came out of the.
That's the only
nowhere.
thing I can think of is an illegal pick.
Yeah, that's what it would have been. He was too far down the field when he made his block, I guess, before he threw it.
So at the 40-yard line of North Knox is where it'll be. It'll be third down now and about 20.
And that's a killer.
Tell you what, we saw crucial penalties hurt North Knox last week. Now it's hurting him this week.
Man, and that one kind of came out of nowhere.
Yep. So the Warriors.
It'd have been different if he would have caught the pass.
Actually at the 41. So third down, they're going to call it third and 18. At the 41-yard line, Warriors trail at 21-13 and just underway fourth quarter. Here's Reese. Wide receivers out, left and right to the right. Back to throw. Play action fake. Reese going to throw in. He's going to throw it down the middle, and he's caught. That time by Troy Noland. And Noland going to go down in Linton territory, down about the 44. And a very interesting situation now with the 4th and 3.
Now you kick it.
So you got it to Troy Noland. It's going to be 4th down and 3. It's going to be a very interesting situation, 4th down and 3.
I'm kicking it.
Well, he has kicked it from here before. The ball down to the 44-yard line, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah, they are. I think they are. If they make it, it's a great call.
If they miss it, it's not.
Yeah,
that's pretty simple. You're rolling the dice right now. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
4th down.
No, you're right.
Reese Hamelman, 4th down. They're going to go. 4th down. Hands off up to Rhett Sharon. It's not going to happen.
No.
Back to the 45-yard line. Linton will have it.
Lost the yard.
So they gave it off to Rhett Sharon. Linton was waiting for it. They tried to get outside that time, and Linton just came through and stopped it before it got started.
Yeah, I think the defense has been playing so good, Tom. That's why I would have tried to kick them down there and put them in the hole and then let your defense get the ball back.
Well, they rolled the dice. Came up snake eyes that time. The 1st and 10 Linton at their own 45. Here's Goodman. He'll roll out right. He looks to throws it downfield, caught, and it's going to be Holtman Dodes down, and he kind of at the 49. And no flag down.
There was a takedown at the line of scrimmage.
They didn't call it, though. Down at the midfield mark. 2nd down at 5.
The Linton player reach around his waist and pulled him down.
2nd down at 5, so they didn't call that one. It'll be Linton with the football. Now it's 2nd down at 5. Again, though, you got to say this has been a really good effort out of the Warriors tonight, win or lose. Here's Goodman. 2nd down and 5. Goodman hands off on the inside. Dyer. He's got some yardage. 1st down and more down the sideline. He's going to go out of bounds. Still on his feet. He's down at the 35 of North Knox. So a nice little darty runner that time. He made a nice little darty run. Got the 1st down, the 11th for Linton.
Yeah, a 15-yard dart.
So Dyer, who's, like I said, has been around forever, it seems like. He's in his senior year. Ball down to 34. So Luke Lannon back there. A lot of these players, except for Goodman Sr., especially their runners. He's going to hold it himself as Goodman. He'll roll outside. He's going to get in the middle. He's going to get hit and brought down about the 30-yard line. So he got about 5 on that 1st down play. And so when Trey Goodman's needed to make it, Ed, he's made the runs, but give Reese Hamelman credit. He's done the same thing.
Yeah, they both have done a nice job at the quarterback position.
2nd down and 5. Called a long 5. Trey Goodman. This time Luke Lannon, 3 wide receivers, including Dyer, out to the right, all in a cluster. Goodman rolling that way. Going to look, fire it downfield, and it's going to be caught by Cash Howard. He's short of the first down, I think.
It's going to be close. Yes, he is short.
It's about 3rd and 1. Reese Hamilman makes the tackle down about the 26. So again, the one score that we have right now, Washington leading over, Lincoln leading Washington 47-0 at halftime at Edmond Field.
And when I saw Lincoln last week, I couldn't believe they were.
That's a 3rd and 2,
Ed. The record they were.
It's going to be 3rd and 2. They got the football setting up about the 26-yard line. Goodman back to throw, tosses it upfield, and it is going to be incomplete. Nice play by the Warriors that time as they were looking downfield, and a good play by Holtman Dodes.
Yeah, Holtman Dodes was lucky that the ball hit him in the back of the helmet.
Clayton Hauser was the intended receiver. Just a little timing pattern, just a toss in the air. And so, it's kind of a free play now. They got 4th and 2.
They're really trying to take advantage of their speed in North Knox.
Here's a handoff. Did he get him? Yes!
He's short. He did not
make it. The Warriors hold at the 25. They gave it off to Luke Lannon, and the Warriors missed one tackle, but they didn't miss the second, and North Knox will take over.
I tell you, what a play. That's why I say, Tom, the defense of North Knox is doing really a good job. They have stopped Linton several times.
So Luke Lannon does not get it, so the Warriors give up the ball on downs at the 45 of Linton, but now they get it back at their own 25. Yeah, I'm saying they had it to 45, they made it to 25, North Knox stops them.
Now if they can get their offense running.
Hamilton, 1st and 10. Reese, hands off up the middle. They're going to give it to Sharon again. This time he's going to push his way forward. He got about 3. Got about the 28-yard line. 2nd down and 7. So again, giving the ball a lot to Rhett Sharon out of the Cole Richter position, showing a lot of confidence in him.
Yeah, he's carried the ball, Tom, 12 times, more than anybody else for North Knox in the game.
So showing a lot of confidence in the sophomore, and Rhett Sharon has had a couple of decent runs in this game too, but it's been the passing game of North Knox that's really opened things up. 2nd down. Gonna give him I'd give him a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7. Here's Reese. Hamilman rolls out left. He's going to run it. It's a quarterback draw. He's got the ball outside. 35-40. Still on his feet. 45. And he will go down there. They'll give him forward progress, I think, to the 45. And that's another 1st down. North Knox is 13. So without Cole Richter in this game, Ed, they've had to depend on a lot of different people. And those lot of different people have come through.
16-yard, nice run that by Reese Hamilman.
If they get Cole Richter back at and they can keep these weapons going, this is going to be a eye-opener for the Warriors, win or lose.
Well, it just gives them multiple options with their offense.
1st and 10 Warriors. They got it at their own 44. Down by 8, 21-13. Here's Reese Hamilman. Holtman Dodes in motion. Hands off Sharon. Bumps into his own man. He still gets forward, back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
Oh, man.
He was lucky to get that.
A little bit of a late hit in there, too.
That play kind of went awry in the backfield that time, and Sharon did a good job to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, timing, Tom. That's playing together and timing, and that's what happened. That took away all his momentum when he hit his own teammate.
2nd down. Give him a gain. He actually maybe gained about 6 inches. 2nd down and 10. But where he was, that was pretty good. 2nd down and 10. Van Devotion Dodes. Holtman going to back to throw. Here's Reese. He's going to get away from one man. Now he's going to scramble forward. He's going to get hit, and he's going to be brought down after about a 4-yard loss. He got sacked at the 40-yard line. Reese Hamilman got away from about 2 or 3 guys. You couldn't get away from 4, 5, 6, and 7. That's the problem on that one. Gained a loss of 3 on that one. 3rd and 13. He kept that loss to a minimum.
Yeah, it's too bad he couldn't find the opening there.
Had to be truthful. That's a 2-yard loss. It's 3rd and 12. Still, the Warriors have got a 3rd and 12. Linton's been getting some pressure, but North Knox's backfield blocking hasn't been too bad. Spread out, 2 right, 1 left for the Warriors. 3rd down. Back to throw. Reese throws it downfield. It's going to be incomplete. It was short hop that time for Holtman Dodes, and they will be forced to kick it now on 4th down.
I think you got to here.
5:34 left to go, so time becoming of the essence, but the Warriors had still only down 8, 21-13. North Knox has played a lot of close games this year, Ed, but they've lost the 2 that they were in, the one to Sullivan and the one to Vincent's Lincoln. They're in a close one here. They're down by 8. Troy Nolan will kick it away.
Oh, block.
He got it away. Nice kick. Right into pressure, too. Bearcats at the 25.
He got a cramp is what's wrong with him now. Oh, he got a cramp right when he kicked it, Tom.
34. And so Troy Nolan, they'll try to look at him.
Yeah, he wasn't touched. He just
34-yard kick and no return.
He just got a cramp.
Yeah, they're looking at it right now.
Yeah.
34-yard kick though, even with a cramp in, he got a 34-yard kick and no return.
Yeah, with what you've got, you're doing pretty good on the broadcast.
No,
too.
I know exactly.
And
I've cramped up walking to the mailbox. Okay?
Yeah. Well, in your case, this isn't physical we're talking about.
The ball is sitting up at the Linton 25, 5:34 left to go. Warriors still down 8 though at 21-13, and we have an injury timeout. They're still looking at Troy Nolan trying to get that cramp out. So they're still looking to bend that foot forward, and they're still going to look at him.
I try to do, instead of doing that with you, I try to kind of hit you in the head.
Oh, perfect.
To get you on the right track.
But Ed, the thing is tonight, playing 3/4 of this game without Cole Richter, who has been out with what possibly is a minor neck stinger. But here's the thing. They might be able to bring him back if they need to, but they haven't had to.
No, you don't want to bring him back. I mean,
yeah, but they haven't had to.
No, well, I think, look, if you got Cole Richter in there running at full speed, you got a different ball game here.
Exactly.
So Red Sharon's doing a great job, but he's not Cole Richter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I'm saying they do need him.
He's still standing on the sideline with his helmet in his hand.
Yeah, well.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's good. Looks like Nolan, they're bringing him off.
Yeah, if they're gonna, I hope he hasn't, I hope it's just a cramp.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's holding his calves like it is one.
Somebody was telling me the thing that
he is getting Gatorade.
You need the treatment for that is mustard or pickle juice. You ever heard that, Tom?
Pickle juice.
Yeah.
I've heard people drink it.
Yeah, mustard or pickle juice.
Mustard or pickle juice.
Yeah. And that's alternative to
Does that
Gatorade.
give you enough potassium to get through or something?
It must be. I don't know. I've never tried it and don't expect to.
5:34 left to go. Linton with it up 8. Here's the ball. He's going to pitch it outside down to Dyer. Dyer trying to get around. He does. He turns the corner. He's got some yardage now, and he goes to the 34. He's about 2 yards short of the first down. It'll be second down and about 2. So Lance Dyer, and they're still looking right now, Troy Nolan, and they're still working out that cramp. Doesn't look like it's any more serious than that, though, which is a good thing.
No, I didn't think so. He went down. I mean, it's out there. He wasn't hit.
But here's the thing. You got a 35-yard punt, and you're cramped.
Yeah, I know it.
Now, that's pretty good.
Well, you get cramps, and you do your broadcast. Here we got official's timeout.
Well, I told you, I get cramps going from my door to the mailbox.
That's a lack of physical effort.
Probably lack of shape more than anything else. 5 minutes left to go in the game. 21-13 Linton.
Yeah, you have to make 2 trips just to get up the steps in the press box.
Don't tell people my secrets. I'm breathing hard by the time I get to the top of the steps. Second down to 2.
That's the first step.
Oh, perfect. Second down to 2. Here's Goodman, throws it outside. Cash Howard going to try to turn. That's a flag down. That may be a hold. It's going to be out of bounds. He could be at the first down marker at the 43, but
I don't think it's going to count.
I think it's going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, it was called homecoming dance on the left side of the line for Linton.
All right, let's see what they got. Referee's going to come up and we'll see what we got here.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That is a 10-yarder. So again, Linton having some problems. We talked to, again, one of their assistant coaches who's sitting right next to us and says they've been shooting themselves in the foot, and they did that time. It's second down and 11.
Part of the time you do that because the other team is quick enough that you feel like you have to. So
that was a 1 yard downfield. They had a
Yeah.
second down in about 2, and so it was about a yard downfield.
yeah, they
in
had
second
made
11.
the first down, but
Yep. Goodman back to throw, looks, rolls out right. He's got some receivers. He's going to go long downfield, and it is incomplete, overthrown.
Yes.
Looking for Gavin Robertson that time and overthrew him. Third down. So third down and 10.
Both these quarterbacks, Tom, I mean, have thrown the ball a lot.
Yeah, quite a bit.
I mean, you're talking about we've got a total of about 45 passes that have been thrown, totaling both teams.
You're listening to North Knox Warrior Football on 105.7 The Ride, WUZR, Bicknell, Vincennes, and online at WUZR.com.
Just 21-13, Tom.
Yep.
North Knox trails, and they just got to stop them here. They're in a good position.
Third down. Here's Goodman. Rolls out right again. He's going to look to throw. He fires it long downfield, and it's an
offensive pass
interference. And that ball was knocked down, and Holtman Dodds was on top of that. So let's see if that's what they get.
I think that's got to be offensive pass interference.
They're looking for Gavin Robertson again, the same play they had earlier. So we'll see what happens here. They're going to talk it over, and we'll find out if you're right, offensive pass interference.
Well, our North Knox had the position.
And are they going to refuse the penalty? They will move them back. 15-yarder. So will they try to make it on third down?
Are you kidding me?
They call that on the defense? They call pass interference on North Knox.
North Knox had position on the ball, and the Linton player went over his back to get it. That's unbelievable there.
9 penalties, 115 yards. The fans and the coaching staff of North Knox are definitely beside themselves right now.
I mean, I am too, Tom. I just don't see it.
So the ball will be set up at the 40-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 there for Linton. They got it at their own 40, and now a whistle and a North Knox timeout. And North Knox timeout, and Josh Chambers, I think, is going to use the whole timeout to give an earful to the referee.
I don't blame him.
First timeout for the Warriors. And I tell you what, Josh Chambers is absolutely irate. He's standing out about the 40-yard line near the middle of the field during this timeout.
Well, I don't know what the officials saw, but North Knox had position to receive the ball.
Yeah, I thought so too.
And then
I thought it was inside. I thought Holtman Dodds was inside the receiver. Yep.
And then the Linton player jumped up to reach over and get the ball, and went through the North Knox player to do it.
I thought maybe a no call at best. I mean,
Yeah, I think that's one of those critical calls in the game where you've got a good defensive position, and it's just unfortunate that kind of thing happened. No official wants to put themselves in that position where they make that call, but it can really make the difference in a ball game, particularly one like this.
Now we have a controversial call on top of everything else.
Yeah, no, you're right.
4:22 left to go. 1st and 10, the Linton Miners at the 40.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Goodman. And in motion, he's going back to throw right side. He's going to roll out, throws it downfield. That ball is going to be incomplete.
Well,
and that time, no call. Zach Boyles tried on Cash Howard. I think Cash Howard wanted a flag and didn't get one.
Well, I'm
there
surprised.
is one back at the 34 in the area of holding.
Well, should be if nothing else.
We'll find out. Ball to 34. That's in the area of holding. We'll find out. If it is, it'll be second down or first down at 20.
Be holding.
It is a hold against Linton.
I think you got to push them back.
7 penalties, 80 yards. 7 penalties, 80 yards, and it'll be 1st and 20. 4:16 left to go in this game, though, Ed. And the North Knox Warriors have to get the ball back. That's the one thing right now is even with all this, is that it's at the 20. It's come back to the 24.
Yeah, the clock's working against them, but I don't think they had a choice, Tom. They had to take the penalty here to push them back. Because
so that's going to be 1st down at 26. And they call that 6 yards in back of the line. 1st and 26. Ball sitting at the 24, and they got to get to the 50.
Well, that made up for the pass interference.
I guess so. Here's Goodman. Man in motion. Hands it off. It's going to go outside to Dyer. Dyer, he's going to turn the corner. He's going to get around one man. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 40.
Yeah, did a nice job.
Got a lot of yards back. Second down at 10, maybe 9. Well, I tell you what, Dyer's got good speed when he gets outside.
Yeah.
Hey, well, actually, he's about a yard short of the original line. 2nd and 11. 4:05 left to go. He got out of bounds, so the clock stops. 4:05 left. Linton still leading it by a touchdown and a 2. 21-13. 2nd down. Goodman pitches it outside. Here's Landon. Luke Landon gets strung out. He's going to get around the 45-yard line, and he will try to stay in bounds. He will, and he got the first down in North Knox territory at the 48.
Yeah, nice run that time. 13 yards. Yeah.
13th first down for the Linton Miners. The Warriors with 13 as well. Under 4 minutes, they did stop the clock and move the chains. He did stay in bounds, though. 3:55 left.
North Knox is just having a hard time, Tom, stopping that outside run.
Ball at the 46.
That pitch, Lincoln did it last week. Linton's doing it this week.
And Goodman waiting for for Dyer. He'll set up as a wide receiver right McDowell along with Robertson. And he's going to hand it off Landon. Luke gets outside, gets strung out, and he's going to get hit, and he's going to go back to the line of scrimmage. And at that time, I'm telling you, Ed, looks like one of the Linton players had his hands on a North Knox player, and they didn't call it.
Yeah, well, I think we've seen that quite often. Now, maybe they just don't feel it is holding.
That was at worst, it's an illegal block in the back.
Yeah.
But they got back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down, and clock continued to run. 3:26 left. North Knox still with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, I think Linton is satisfied to let the clock run. If they can just eat the time up like this, they'll be
3:18 left. 2nd down. Pitches outside now. Cash Howard. Howard going to try to run this time. He's got some yardage, 40-yard line. He's going to go out of bounds at the 28. So first down that time for Cash Howard. And that's the 14th. Linton first down. He got out of bounds, 3:07 left. Ball at the 27-yard line. The way Linton's played this year, Ed, if you would have told me that we were thinking about Linton trying to milk clock, we would be in a situation to say this has probably been a pretty good game.
Yeah. Well, North Knox just had a hard time right now to stop them. That pitch has been really effective going both sides.
So the ball down at the 28-yard line of North Knox, and 3:07 left to go, 21-13 to score. Warriors still have 2 timeouts, Linton with all 3. Here's Goodman. Again, a pitch outside Landon. That time he breaks inside. He's got the ball to the 20. He gets past to the 15, spin around to the 10, and he's going to go down about the 3-yard line.
You got a flag back here to the 20-yard line, Tom.
So a penalty going to bay down at the 20, right at the 20. So we'll see what this is. Maybe an illegal block on Linton. They've been getting away with a couple of them already.
Holding.
I'm marking back 10 from the 20.
Yeah.
So that was very near the first down marker, about a yard short of it. So.
Yeah, that was a nice run. Now we know why it was.
So we'll find out right now.
Still didn't hurt
Linton with 8 penalties now and 90 yards. That'll be a first down now and 11. He's got about, or actually 12, about 8 yards downfield, 1st and 12.
I think North Knox they've got to do something to kind of break that up. They've either got to blitz or do something to kind of get into the backfield to break that up.
So the ball sitting right now back at the 30-yard line. It's 1st down and 12, but the clock becoming a factor now. 2:57 left. Linton up 8, 21-13. North Knox used a big turnover here. Here's Goodman. Man in motion coming across Howard, and a whistle and encroachment.
That didn't do it.
Actually, Cash Howard came across, and a North Knox player came across with him. So that'd be a 5-yard mark-off.
They were blitzing. North Knox was going to blitz, and he went too soon and gave them 5 yards. Just a killer.
10 penalties, 110 yards for the Warriors.
Yeah.
First down and now about 7. Here's Goodman. He's going to hold it himself. Got some yardage down the middle of the field. He's going to go in and score. Touchdown. 25-yard run by Trey Goodman. And that just might be that.
Yeah, I think that's North Knox can score quick. They'll have to throw the ball, and that's always problematic against a good defensive team.
So Linton Miners lead it right now by a 27-13 score. They'll look for the extra point. The snap is high. Kick is up, and it looks good, and it is. So the kick is good for the Linton Miners, and they lead 28-13 with 2:43 left to go.
I'll tell you, this is a kind of game in some respects, Tom. The game is a little bit closer even than the score when you think about it. There were a lot of pretty good plays on both teams.
I tell you what, Ed, even if North Knox loses this game, which it looks like it probably will, they have won in several different ways tonight.
I think they've shown the ability to kind of adapt to things. They've had trouble here late in the ball game being able to stop the outside play. Now, of course, Goodman ran it right up the middle, but I think that's primarily because they were able to be so effective around the perimeter. North Knox was overly conscious of that.
That's been their bread and butter is that,
pitch.
That pitch, and also Trey Goodman coming off of that on the inside.
Yeah.
Miner's going to kick it away. It's going to be a squibber. It's going to bounce down about the 30-yard line and be taken there up to the, it's going to be a horse collar, you would think, 32-yard line, and they didn't call it.
No, they grabbed his jersey, I thought. It was a little bit low.
32-yard line, so the Warriors along it right there.
Yeah.
Fans wanted, I think you were right, though, on that one.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like a horse collar.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I mean, the way it got him just below, about halfway down his back, and they grabbed him, pulled him down, and it looks bad, but it doesn't come anywhere close to the one that the pass interference we saw.
32-yard line now. The Warriors will have it. 2:31 left to go.
Yeah, this is where they're going to have to move the ball pretty quickly up the field, Tom.
So here's Reese Hamelman. Hamelman first and 10. Rhett Sharon still in there beside him. Wide receivers out this time both directions. Here's the play. Reese going to throw it downfield. He falls down. It's intercepted and dropped.
No, he did not. Lucky.
He intercepted and then dropped it. Lance Dyer had the ball and dropped it at the 42.
Yeah, that time Linton blitzed right up the middle and into the gap, and they couldn't pick it up, and he was in Hamelman's face.
I thought Reese also didn't really have a strong throw. That's one reason why Dyer was able to get to it.
Well, I think that's why he didn't have a strong throw, because he was just right there during contact.
2:25 left to go. Linton up 28-13. Reese Hamelman there and Rhett Sharon beside him again. Thrown back. It's going to be caught and dropped. Looks like he tried to run before he had the football that time, Ed. He got it outside, and it looked like that was for Holtman Dodds. And that time, Ed, he tried to run before he got the football and knocked it to the ground.
Yeah, North Knox has just had trouble here in the second half completing a pass. They've
well, that ball was right to Holtman Dodds. It just, I think he saw an opening and just tried to run before he had it.
It just still doesn't change what I said. They had trouble completing a pass.
That's true.
You got to catch it to complete it.
3rd down and 10. Football sitting at the 32. 2:21 left. Reese Hamelman looks. He's going to get away from two blitzers. He's going to get hit and brought down right near the line of scrimmage. And he got away from two people just coming by with a free shot. He's able to slip them, but went down right at the line of scrimmage, 4th down.
Yeah. Well, I think North Knox probably will go for it, but they're calling timeout.
Yeah, they're going to talk it over right now. So this will be the second timeout. We'll keep it here. 2:04 left to go. In this one, 28-13. North Knox trails Linton. Miners up 21-13 until 2:43 left to go, and Goodman kind of put it away with a 25-yard run for the Linton Miners, and that sort of sealed things for the evening. North Knox getting ready next week, though, for North Davies, and it'll end up the regular season with Washington, and then we'll see who they draw in the 2A tournament. But I tell you what, again, without their leading runner, they've had to diversify their offense, and for the most part, Ed, they've been pretty successful at doing just that.
Yeah, they did, particularly in the first half, Tom. I thought the first half they were much more successful in their mix of pass, run out of the spread formation, pass out of the spread formation. They really did a lot of things to mix it up.
Here we go, 4th down. The Warriors are going to go for it, like you said you thought they would.
Yeah, they don't have anything to lose here.
So now they get everything set up. Zach Boyles actually worked on Blake Long's helmet. Here's Reese. Back to throw. He looks. He fires a little jump pass. Caught and dropped. Same thing that time.
Yeah.
Looked like they were going for, I believe, Rhett Sharon, and it was. Rhett Sharon did the exact same thing that Holman Dodds did, Ed. He tried to bring it down and just tried to run before he had the football secured.
Sometimes you just try too hard, and that can happen.
At the 32-yard line, Linton will have it. 1:59 left to go. But here's the thing, Ed. These two teams can play again in the tournament. Could Linton try to go for a quick touchdown? Here's a little bit of a message if they play each other in the sectional.
We'll just see whether they do or not. I think that says something about their respect for their opponent, depending on how they play this.
It's going to be Landon. Not that time. It's going to be brought down. About a 4-yard loss back to the 35. And the guy who brought him down that time was the big bad Wolf. Dylan Wolf with about a 3-yard loss. As Gimmick lost at 2, second down and 12, the ball at the 35-yard line, 1:38 and counting left to go. And I think if they wanted to put up a quick score, that pretty much took care of that. Ball's at the 34. I think Linton right now is just saying, let's just get out of here with the win. Pitches outside, Cash Howard. Howard going to look to drive. He does. He goes to the 30-yard line, stole his feet, 20 to the 15. He'll go down at the 14-yard line with 1:13 left. So another first down for the Miners. That's their 15th. Warriors have had 13 in this game.
Well, they wanted to give Cash Howard some opportunity to get some positive yards, I think.
Yeah, he had a tough start. Cash Howard really had a tough start. Oh, that's going to be a foul. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty against Linton anyway. So it'll be back down to 9 penalties, 100 yards. Well, the last 2 weeks, Ed, we have seen more penalties than we've seen all year to this point.
Yeah, you're right.
Ball at the 35-yard line, so 1:13 left.
The officials are just getting into condition.
I think so. Second down and 13, so that penalty on Linton. Second down and 13. This is an 8-point game until under 3 minutes left to go. Man in motion. He'll pitch it outside. Here's Landon. Make a Dyer. And he's going to get hit and brought down. Nice play on top by both Bo Nolan and Ethan Hay. Got him before he got going. 1 minute left to go in this one. 28-13 Miners. Miners will win this one. They'll go to 6-1 on the season. North Knox will drop to 4-3. But Ed, you got to say that North Knox, at least at this point, is setting up really well to go into Cougar Valley next week.
I think they're going to be hungry. I'll put it that way.
Yeah. So third down at the 35.
Well, they'll probably just kneel down on this one.
Well, they're going to have to go, I guess, here because there's not enough time, I don't think. 31 seconds left to go. They're just going to let the clock. 3-2, 1, don't call timeout. They're going to take the delay of game.
Yeah, timeout.
Or did they call timeout?
Yeah.
They got the timeout with 1 second left to go on the clock. 25.4 seconds left to go. First timeout for the Miners. They've got all three of theirs.
I can't believe. Why wouldn't you just run it one time?
Well, kneel down and then
just, it's done.
Yeah, get out of there?
Yeah, they want to score.
Out.
They want to build some points up.
Well, again, I talked about it earlier about the possible message that you send to North Knox because, this was a tighter game in 28-13, and North Knox is missing their top rusher.
Yeah,
they want to send a message.
Well, you can send a message. I think you can send a message two ways. You can either send a message that you respect your opponent, or you're going to send a message that you want to rub their nose in the effort they made, and that can come back to haunt you too.
Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah.
They'll have to make a play here.
Yeah,
25 seconds left to go. They will have to make at least one more play. Let's see if they kneel on it.
Well, it looks like they're going to
play
see
it.
What they do.
They're going to play it.
Yeah.
They're going to make a play. They're going to make a play. Here's Goodman. Going to keep it himself. He's going to run up the middle. He's going to get hit, and he's going to be brought down at the 28, and that should do it. Fourth down, then they won't have to make another play. 16 seconds left to go. 13 seconds left to go. And 7 seconds left to go. And it looks like it's going to be it. That's the last play of this one. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and time has expired. Final score, 28-13. The Linton Miners win it over the North Knox Warriors. We'll be back with the Graber post-game show in 2 minutes. You're listening to North Knox Warrior football right here on 105.7 The Ride at WUZR.com.
You still have time to apply and enroll at Ivy Tech Community College. Classes start October 28th, and there are scholarships available to help you pay for school. Ivy Tech can help you earn your degree and start an in-demand career in 2 years or less. You can also save thousands towards a bachelor's degree by transferring your credits. Apply online at ivytech.edu/apply now, or stop by Ivy Tech Terre Haute at 8000 South Education Drive.
Hey everyone, this is Randy Hamelman of Hamelman Decals. Here at Laid Back Acres, located smack dab in the middle of Warrior Country, we're all Warrior strong. DeKalb and Asgrow seeds, with their proven yield potential and unbeatable disease packages, are great teammates for all your acres. Good luck this year to all our athletes. Hamelman DeKalb is a proud supporter of North Knox High School and Warriors athletics. See you at the game, Warrior fans. It's victory time.
Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services in Bicknell is the hometown healthcare team you can always count on. As a local family-owned and operated healthcare facility, Guardian Angel takes great pride in serving you, your family, and friends. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services supports local organizations and events, businesses, schools, and youth sports. Guardian Angel Home Health Care and Guardian Angel Personal Services, where your care is their business. Have a great season, North Knox Warriors.
Hey, this is John Yoakum inviting you to this year's Fall Time to Shrine event on October 26th at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come have a fun-filled family day and support the local Knox County Shriners. We will be grilling burgers and hot dogs, and the Shriner Clowns will be here doing face painting, balloon twisting, and passing on a few jokes for the kids. We also have a bouncy house set up to increase the fun. So remember, Fall Time to Shrine, Saturday, October 26th, here at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Vincennes. We'll see you there.
Back once again here at North Knox High School. You are listening to the Graber Post-Game Show, Post Up and Score, with your next building from Graber Post Buildings on the Odin-Campbellburg Road, located in eastern Daviess County. And right now, Ed, the North Knox Warriors drop it tonight 28-13 to the Linton Miners. Let's take a look at the scoring. And by the way, here in just a couple of minutes, we will have our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. So at the station, if you could get that ready, the one we mentioned earlier on will be the one we will take. That's the second North Knox touchdown. The first North Knox touchdown, Reese Hamelman on a 3-yard run. The extra point unsuccessful. Warriors led this thing 6-0. Then Luke Lannon came back, and on the third play from scrimmage for the Miners, they just took it all the way downfield quickly, and a 5-yard run ended it by Luke Lannon. Extra point good, making it 7-6. And then North Knox got a fantastic play to take the lead 13-7. It was our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. Okay, if we're ready back.
Touchdown! Warrior touchdown! Holman Dodds, I can't believe was able to do that.
So that was our Hamelman DeKalb play of the game. A reminder, let Randy Hamelman give you the best play for your yield. Let's get more green for your growing season with Hamelman DeKalb. That made it 13-7 as the extra point was successful that time out of Holtman Dodds, making it 13-7. But then Linton scored the last 3 touchdowns. They took a lead that was at 4:57 of the first quarter. Then it stayed 13-7 Warriors until 4:30 in the first half, when Trey Goodman hit Luke Lannon with a 37-yard pass, his second touchdown of the game, and Goodman's first of 3 touchdowns, passing and running. He would throw a pass 37 yards to a touchdown. Extra point good that made it 14-13 Linton. And then they scored again with 1:40 left to go before the half. Trey Goodman took it about 6 inches into the end zone, and the extra point good, making it 21-13. And that's where we were at halftime, and that was the score all the way until 2:43 of the fourth quarter, when, after going wide for several times in the game, Trey Goodman scored his 3rd touchdown, the second running along with 1 passing, with a 25-yard run going right down the middle of the field. The extra point good that made it 28-13, and that's how things ended up. First down to Warriors with 13, Linton with 15. North Knox 1 of 2 in the red zone. The second time they were there was an interception at the 4-yard line. Linton was 3 of 3 in the end zone. in the red zone make that, getting into the end zone. Turnovers, 1 for each team, an interception by both quarterbacks. Penalties, again, a big part of the game for both teams. North Knox, 10 penalties, 110 yards. Linton with 9 penalties for 100 yards in the game. And Ed, I think you're ready now, so let's get the individual statistics.
Okay, Tom, first for Linton, Lance Dyer, he carried the ball 9 times, and 6 of those in the second half. He had a total of 82 yards, 51 in the second half. Cash Howard carried the ball 4 times, 2 in each half for 18 yards, in the second half, where he had 24 total. Then Luke Lannon, he had 71 yards on 9 carries in the first half, and he ended up with 17 carries for 91 yards, only had 20 yards in the second half. Trey Goodman, he ended up with 12 carries for 69 yards, 35 yards of those in the second half. Then we had Trey Goodman pass the ball total of 20 times for 137 yards. He completed 6 of those in the first half, 2 in the second half, and he had only 15 yards passing in the second half. And so Linton ends up with 142 yards rushing in the first half, 124 yards in the second half for 266. Passing, they had 122 in the first half, only 15 in the second half for 137 yards. They had 403 yards rushing and passing for the ball game. North Knox, Cole Richter, everything was in the first, about the first quarter for him. He had 6 carries for 27 yards, and he did not see action after that. Holtman Dodge carried it 8 times, only once in the second half. He carried it for 18 yards. He had -7 yards in the second half. Rhett Sharon carried the ball 13 times for 23 yards. He had, in the second half, 31 total yards on 13 carries. And Reese Hamelman, he carried the ball 10 times for 37 yards, 21 of those in the second half. Passing, Hamelman passed the ball had 24 attempts, He had 6 completions in the first half, 4 in the second half. He had 61 yards in the second half, a total of 167 yards for the game. Then North Knox had 129 yards rushing, 167 yards passing for 296 rushing and passing, and they had 296 versus 403 for Linton.
Tell you what, we'll go ahead and interview Coach Josh Chambers right now. Then we'll go ahead and take a break and get to our star of the game. I tell you what, Josh, first of all, you had to make some on-the-fly adjustments because you lost Cole Richter, what looked like a neck stinger in the first period, and you had to make some adjustments, and for the most part, I thought the adjustments were pretty well done.
Yeah, we were down 5 starters that whole second half, and all the kids that we put in the ball game performed. They played like we expect them to do. They came in the ball game, and they did everything. We even had opportunities to score just right at our fingertips, Again, I've said this all year long about our guys. They're going to be a physical football team every down. Okay, they're going to come after you. They're going to play. And I love that about them. And it's just one of those things as a coach, it makes you super proud. Again, if you're sitting here in the stands watching tonight, that's a good football game. I mean, until that last instance there where it was the 2 score, but that's a 1-score football game.
Yeah.
Essentially for 3 quarters, right?
Yeah.
And, we had a couple opportunities to score. I felt like Reese Hamelman played very well tonight. Zach Boyles had a good football game. O-line played well. There's a couple times, they're cutting us up front all night. After we ran the ball in the first half and we're getting after them, they were just diving and cutting, and we're trying to roll guys out of the way and stuff like that. But again, it's just a physical game. We were still able to convert first downs and move the football, completed passes. We needed to play better defense in the first half than we did. If we played defense in the first half like we did the second half, this is a different outcome. So, again, it's just a good football game. Ethan Haig, at defensive end tonight, there's not a person on that other team that can block him without grabbing his jersey and about ripping it off. So, a good football game. Proud of my guys. Love the way they play. Love their efforts. And it's going to continue to be that way as we go forward because it's just the caliber of kid that we have.
I'm going to make one correction to you. There was a game for about 3 3/4. quarters. I mean, they scored the touchdown to go ahead by 2 scores with 2:43 left. And so basically it was a 1-score game all the way to that point. I wanted to say one other thing too. You know, and before I get to that caveat question here, how is Cole Richter?
He's okay. He had a little bit of a stinger last week. He's got a sore trap, and he's really struggling with it tonight. And I wasn't willing with 2 more games left. He probably would have tried to play, but he's in a lot of pain, and there was no way. Yeah. I think it's more important to get him healthy for the next 2 weeks. And as a coach and as our training staff on the sideline, we make that call for obviously the safety of our kid. But Ed went in there, Rhett Sharon, I call him Ed. He went in, he played a good football game. Sophomore, has had some carries this year, but we try to give the best thing I can do as a coach for my kids is put them in chances where they're successful. So we've gotten Ed in a lot of situations where we felt like he could get a lot of confidence. So when we got to put him in a game like this, he does fine. He's just a step slower than Ricky because he's 2 years younger. Yeah. But I really liked what I saw of him. He was tough. He played hard. He blocked well. So again, another one of those kids that's not necessarily a starter, is stepping up and taking care of business when our football team needs it. I'm going to give you one more question before I hand it over to Ed, and that is this. You had to go to the air a lot more tonight with Cole Richter down. You had to go to a whole plethora of people. Is this a blessing in disguise going into the last 2 games and into the tournament? No, it was the game plan. That was the game plan all week long. We knew that they were going to play a 5 against us and that they would not be able to cover anything out of the backfield. So that's just my coaches doing a nice job of scouting and us understanding what we needed to do to gain yards. And then the other part of that's execution. So Zach Boyles had a heck of a night. He caught things, big yards. He played good defense. And to that standpoint, again, that's the kids executing a game plan, of which they've done very well all season.
I thought your offense, when you spread the field, forced Linton to spread, and it really displayed the strength of your offensive line. Sure. Running out of that spread, you got some real nice runs out of that.
We missed a couple because of run lane misses, and that's again just like with reps, right? We went for it on 4th down, and we missed a big run lane. Yeah. He got a little too wide on the belly scheme, and we just missed it. But that's okay. You know, I barked at Red on the sideline. He understood, and I went back by and I told him, I said, hey man, I love you. I'm excited. You're excited. You're going to make the next play. That's not something that makes or breaks a season for a kid. And as a coach, when you're wound up, you know, you get after them. But when you rep it in practice and stuff, but at the end of the day, Rhett came in there and he played 3 quarters at running back when I'm going to guarantee you 2 nights ago he was thinking, I might get 8-9 carries. Yeah. Well, he got more than that tonight.
Well, I thought the one thing about his play too is that, and I commented on the radio, that he didn't try to do too much. No. He tried to follow his blocks. He tried to run the plays as they were diagrammed. And eventually, once he gets his timing, you had one time where they bumped into each other back there. That's a timing thing. But once he gets that timing down, he's running the ball in a fundamentally sound way.
Oh, absolutely. And he's got a big body. You know, Rhett's going to end up being our number 1 guy, and he's going to weigh 190 pounds. Yeah. He's got good feet. He moves well. So that's going to be something that as he gets older is going to be exciting to watch. We're really hopeful for Ricky to get healthy. But again, effort tonight for my guys. If you look at this game and you watch our efforts, our kids have all that. They play hard every down. We could have tackled a little better in the first half, but we still kept the game right there. Yeah. And we had 3 opportunities. We missed an outstretched Troy Nolan out here for a touchdown pass. It would have been, you know, pretty good. We messed up a play. We had Holtman Doge running up the numbers wide open, and we fumbled it and handed it off instead of throwing it. Again, small execution things. Yeah. And so, like
against
I tell everybody,
against the better teams, you've got to do that.
Well, you have to. I think we did a nice job of keeping Linton on their heels because I'll bet, I don't know, but I'll bet we were able to be 50-50 tonight or 60-40 run to pass. So they had to cover every square inch of this field. We threw screens, little quick passes down the sideline. We threw outs. We threw some goes. And that's exactly what we need to do as a football team. And Reese Hamelman did a nice job. So here's what's going to happen. Our kids are going to go home. They're going to get healthy. They're going to hold their heads high because they're a great group of kids and we're proud of them. And on Monday, we're going to watch film and then we're going to get ready to beat the Cougars on Friday night.
Well, good luck.
Thank you. You talk about North Davies coming up on Friday night. You go to Cougar Valley. It's been a place the last few years that's been very good for the North Knox Warriors. Again, this year, North Davies, better team than they've seen in the last few years. But I think basically right now, next week is for the Southwest Conference Championship. 2 weeks is to prepare for whoever you get in the tournament.
Yep. My kids, max effort, max results. That's what we're going for. So proud of them, love them. Again, I can't say enough good things about them. So we're going to come back next week. They're going to bring their lunch pails, their nail aprons, and we're just going to get back to work.
One more question for you. Is this game tonight, I know that your players think so, I know that you think so, but is this game tonight enough to let the community think that you guys can play with anybody?
Yes, it should be. I've been saying this all year long. Our kids can play with everybody they step on the field with. Because we have good size, we have good speed, we have good attitudes. And when you do that, you're going to have a chance to be successful. We just need to finally find that sweet spot game where everything hits all at once. And when that happens, we're going to be hard to beat.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it. We'll see you Thursday night at Bicknell McDonald.
Thank you.
All right, head coach Josh Chambers of the North Knox Warriors. Ed, time now to wrap up things tonight. It's time now for the Illiana Irrigation Something More Award, and it's presented by Illiana Irrigation. But Illiana Irrigation sets you up for success. Call them at 890-6000. Ed, who do you got tonight?
I thought the coach mentioned him a couple of 3 times. I wrote his name down, Zach Boyles.
Yeah.
I thought he really kind of had a breakout game defensively and offensively, mostly in the first half, but he had to do the things he did, catching the ball and playing defense to keep North Knox where they had a chance to win the game.
I had 2 or 3 people I was thinking of, and Zach Boyles is definitely one of them. Like I said, I've seen this kid develop, and I'm just proud as anything of that kid for what he has been able to do over the last couple of years. But I'm going to give an honorable mention tonight to Reese Hamelman. He had to adjust his game, and he was getting pressure. He had to go to more of a passing game when North Knox has been basically a running team, and he was able to do that. So I think, honestly, I agree with you. I think Zach Boyles, but I had to give a lot of honorable mention tonight to Reese Hamelman.
I think you can do that. You could also, we saw some real nice plays by the offensive line and the defensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, there are a lot of people honorable mention, but somebody that kind of steps out above the rest.
Yeah.
A little bit extra that we hadn't seen at that level, and I thought Zach Boyles
and we saw that out of him last week.
Yeah.
He was the star of the game last week as well. And so, and I like to see that improvement he's making. And I tell you what, I think this team without Cole Richter has turned a corner, and once you get him back, they know now that they can play without big number 23 in the backfield, and that's going to be really great for them going into the tournament and beyond.
I agree with you, Tom, but they've got to take care of business these last 2 games.
I agree.
Definitively.
I agree. And this North Davies team is not a pushover at all. They're a good ball club. They're going to come into this one, I believe, at 4-2, or actually, 5-3. North Knox will come in at actually 5-2. Yeah, they'll be 5-2. North Knox 4-3 more than likely, and that'll be at Cougar Valley. That'll be for the Southwest Conference Championship. That game 7:00 on Friday night, and it'll be a 6:45 start time. Ed and I from Cougar Valley. Look forward to having you with us, and join us again Thursday night as well as we get you ready for it with North Knox tonight at the Bicknell McDonald's. Have yourself a great evening, and until we join you again from the Bicknell McDonald's on Thursday night, for Ed Elliott and our studio producer, great job tonight by Andrew Bateman. I'm Tom Lee saying so long from Warrior Stadium.